here. Uh, well, once again, I guess welcome back. Six, I'm guessing you've already started the recording.
Oh, yeah.
Gotcha. Okay, so, as of last session, you all managed to finish out the, rather spicy events happening at the Orsini estate. Your original goal was to, meet with the dominants of House Orsini and, get some information about what's happening over in Grand Montaigne between Grimaldi and Betancourt. This devolved into a rather sinister subplot through venatory sorcerers and assassins, leading into your delving into the Orsini Undercroft and discovering something very odd happening in the family chalice. After killing a man who was referred to as Imix, who then exploded into a giant fire tornado of a creature, you discovered inside of the Orsini Undercroft there's a coffin that seems to house an elvish lich, a Baelnorn, as Isse then later described. Confused by the development and given a strange phylactery of sorts, you're then asked to leave the Undercroft. Speaking with the dominants, his son Joran, he tells you that you need to find a way to smuggle the Godstone that you found in the Undercroft back to the north. He says he'll have someone meet you with a lead box, and you all retire back to the Salty Spray, and maybe to discuss what's going on and figure out your next steps. So, hey, you came here just in time. This will be taking place and where you guys are still in your group. Anything?
Did Closet's mic fuck up for anyone else, or is that just me?
What's happening?
You want to just repeat whatever the fuck?
Can you please repeat any of
What's
that?
the last thing you heard?
No idea.
No idea. What?
You arrived just on time, and then it was all gobbledygook after.
Okay.
It sounded like you outsourced your audio to fucking.
Thanks. Okay. All right. Okay. So, you're all in the Salty Spray. It's just after your long rest. You're all still in your rooms. You can smell as Torm's already started to open up the inn for customers, and you can smell some food being cooked and the obligatory smell of terrible ale.
Actually, if it wasn't too much of a problem, I wanted to already be down, looking at a map. Cursing to myself.
Yeah, no, that's fine.
Is it possible that in my 4 extra hours outside of my long rest, I somehow managed to find a way to repair my alchemical supplies?
Yes, and you know what?
A vendor or something?
You can either go to a vendor, or if you'd like, you can roll me a thing with your alchemical supplies.
Ooh, roll you a thing with my alchemical supplies. All right.
Alchemist supplies. Fucked. I love that name.
So you managed to patch it together just a bit. Enough that you think you'd be able to get a couple more uses out of it, without having to see an actual, someone with the actual proper tools to repair and replace some of the flasks and other devices and supplies. But for now, you think you'll manage. It should be able to hold together.
Okay.
I forgot to add another thing for you.
Also, Closet, can you give me a little bit of a reminder? Lucinia, she wanted us to speak with the Dominus of Orsini. What info did she want us to try and glean?
So she wanted to get where Orsini stands, or where House Orsini stands, in this sort of conflict between House Grimaldi and Betancourt.
Okay.
That information seemed to be a little bit more difficult to get simply because you guys had so many things going on.
Yeah, that's why I wanted to, whenever, I don't know if Jorn's the one bringing us the crate or whatever messenger, but Cassian will probably be the one to meet with him first, and then we can go from there.
Like I say, I'll probably be in the room guarding the.
So another thing to remember, if you are thinking on this, there was also the fact that Augustus is a knight of Kettenborough, and Kettenborough was, for all intents and purposes, pledged to House Betancourt.
Mm-hmm.
So if anything, intelligence, it's still a little unknown whether or not he's loyal to House Betancourt or if he's just loyal to the Knight House of Kettenborough.
Gotcha. Yeah, I wanted a little recap on what she wanted to, because I was looking through our quest log, and I was like, oh, fuck, that was one thing we didn't get to.
Yeah, we kind of got, blown off course.
By, a fucking nuke.
I would say a fire tornado, but that works too.
Nah, I think the nuke was more... The nuke and the fact that we found a lich in the,
And a fire tornado.
Okay, you're on that, huh?
Fire NATO.
Okay. So, like I said, you guys are still in your rooms. If you have anything you want to have done with your long rest, let me know. I think we've gotten everybody out.
Oh, did anything ever come of that religious check I did way back when?
You're talking about the real old one?
Yeah.
Sure. I'll just say that.
Okay. We'll figure that out later. I guess I'll probably go with Cassian to go meet up to go get the box so I can transfer the Godstone into it.
Well, remember, the messenger's meeting you at the Salty Spray.
Yeah. Cassian's probably, sitting by, the front door.
Then I'll just stay up in my room with the door locked, guarding it for now.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I was saying that you guys were still in the room, but if you want to leave it. So, okay, as Cassian leaves his room, and you're heading to the front door of the Salty Spray, right?
Yeah.
So, as you leave your room and start heading through the actual tavern part of the Salty Spray, I don't know. Royal, just DM me what you need to have done with your long rest, like purchasing stuff. As you head over to the actual tavern section, you notice a rather familiar dwarf sitting at one of the tables, just drinking a rather odd amount of ale.
Is that the dwarf that we helped out, to the north of Gran Huron?
No. On further inspection, you realize it's Thondin, the same dwarvish barbarian that you met in Grand Montaigne. It seems that he's found his way into the Salty Spray.
Holy shit, how'd you get hit?
Oh, I was looking for you guys.
Oh my god. That was a long trek.
Yeah, I've been around a bit.
You've been throwing more tomahawks in taverns lately?
No, I was actually planning on doing it here today,
How about we not do that? I'd rather not get kicked out today, but another day, for sure.
Alright,
you can kind of hear like a loud chuff from Toro Mizzi's behind the bar, organizing some drinks.
Well, I'm going to go meet with a contact here. The rest of the crew should be up in their rooms. We're going to go figure out what they're doing.
Alrighty, sounds good.
I will go and wait by the front of the Salty Spray.
Okay.
I'm downstairs, right?
If you want to be. I mean, for all intents, you're still in your room, unless you want to specifically go.
Like I said, is the bar busy or anything, or?
Not really. Torm's just opened up. The Salty Spray doesn't tend to get that many visitors.
Right. I'm actually, like I said, I'm staring at a map intently, and I kind of wave over to Cassian and, oh, hey, Thorin. Long time no see.
So it is. I've actually been looking for you folk, but you seemed a little tired when you came in.
It was a very long night. Yeah, other than that.
Oh, I was talking about Miller. Thondin.
Oh, Thondin. Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry, I misheard what you said.
None of that happened. Non-canon.
Mm-hmm.
All right,
Let's move that back a little bit.
Fucking. Oh. Hey, Thondin. Long time no see. And I wave
hey
over.
there.
What is it? Cassian and Thondin.
What, are you studying a map for travel up north?
Well, I think I can look around and make sure nobody's listening. Seeing that there's like me, you, and 2 other people here, I don't think we should suggest it. I don't think we should talk about it here. But my eyes kind of dart back and forth. I have a couple of plans / contingencies, but we shouldn't discuss it here.
Alright. How about I go and meet up with our friend, and then we can go and talk about it in one of our rooms and make a plan.
All right.
Okay.
Thorin, me old buddy. Drink?
Alright. As he grabs a mug and puts it on the counter. Ale, okay?
Yes, please.
Well, we got an interesting one here. So he grabs a very suspicious-looking bottle from behind him. You can see as he starts to pour it out, it's almost greenish, and it looks a little interesting. And as you kind of lean forward to get a better look at it as he's pouring it into the mug, the smell hits you. You're pretty sure that this could be used to melt steel if used properly. As he sets the bottle down and he just looks at you with a smile, and his hands are on his hips. Got this straight from Thorgils myself, I did.
Thank you. Kind of look to
Is there
Cassie.
a reason it smells like battery acid?
Bitch, you're not here.
I'm thinking farther ahead than Corporal is.
Mizuno, did you hear that weird voice from the wind?
You know what? I think I did.
Anyway, Thorn, you said this was a special alcohol, yes?
Yes, it is.
Oh well. And I'm gonna, what is it? Bottoms up it and like chug it.
Oh my god.
No idea.
Make me a con save.
Take 66 poison damage.
I don't think it's poison. I think it's just gonna be fucking wasted.
Well, if it's absinthe, he'll probably just instantly projectile vomit.
It's probably the D&D equivalent of a fireball.
It's ale. He said it was ale.
I know, but it's probably the D&D equivalent of fireball.
So as you drink this, it takes about all of your might to hold this down. You kind of slam the table with your fist as you're swallowing. But as you finish and let out a big sigh, you feel like you could headbutt a minotaur. Shit! It is a serious amount of power, like, coursing through you right now. As Torum kind of looks at you and laughs a bit and says, "That's why they call it Troll Killer."
Well, I'm guessing that's a dwarven specialty made ale.
Oh, I mean, so you just kind of look at the bottle. It's made by a gnome, really, but
A gnome.
You just gave him Troll Killer Ale.
A gnome.
I
made
feel
that.
like I could. Holy shit! I feel invigorated.
so for the next about like, let me read the thing. Yeah, okay. So for the next hour, you're gonna have 1 to your strength.
Oh my
Yay.
goodness. That's impressive, Thorn. That's wow.
It's made by a gnome. You've never heard of Thorgils?
I've not no.
Oh, some say it's the greatest meadery in the world, even though he makes interesting things. I wouldn't really, if you could avoid talking to Thorgil himself, I'd recommend it. He's, you know how gnomes are, an ass.
Certainly doesn't smell very well, but
Oh no.
I don't know, but
Well,
I feel invigorated.
Keep that energy for later, mate. I'll pass for now. I don't think I can handle that. But, Mizuno, you might want to consider making an investment or maybe bringing some more with you.
How much?
How about you?
Why?
Well, tell you what. you listen to a proposition I'll have, I'll give you the rest of this bottle.
Okay, what's
Are
the
you
proposition?
propositioning him?
Scythe, please.
Okay, what's the proposition?
Well, you see,
Proposition.
I've been keeping my ear to the stone, and I've heard that you folk are, but fairly good at getting things done. Yeah, am I wrong?
I would say we have a interesting way of going about it, but sure, we'll go with that.
Okay, yeah. So, don't know if you've heard. Been a lot of small skirmishes between, there's city guard, the Khazra, as just the governor's been having trouble, not only manning the walls and defending to the west, but he's got some interesting reports over to the north. So he's been looking at some mercenary groups. Wouldn't you know it, even those mercenaries are stretched a little too thin. So the mercenaries who have been hired by the governor to deal with things are now hiring more mercenaries to deal with more things.
It's a classic domino effect.
Mm-hmm. So, they've got most of it, but the one thing they haven't been able to do. So, looks like there's this, let's say, abandoned keep. I don't know what to call it. The guy comes in here, later in the day, so we could talk about it then. Give me 1 second. I totally forgot to change the time of the thing.
Holy fuck, we're time traveling.
It's actually like... yeah, there you go. As he looks over. So, you see, not really sure what's going on. Small local villages saying, people walking near in the area of the keep suddenly disappearing. The classic walk by a scary place, get eaten by a scary monster. Yeah,
Right.
nothing too difficult, right? So here's where things get weird. So he kind of looks at you're both not from here, right? I might have to explain a little bit more.
I point to Cassian.
Mizuno has more familiarity than I do, so it might be best to cover your bases.
So there's a lot of villages around here are saying a odd amount of A-tiers walking around the cemeteries. If you don't know what they are, they're basically just like graveyard spirits. They stop grave robbers. They're not exactly friendly. Bring them some ale and some gold and they won't bother you, but for the most part, it's a little spooky. Some people think the V-tiers are killing anybody who walks too close to the cemeteries. Others think whatever's in the keep is causing them. That's as far as I know. When the guy comes in here later tonight, I'm sure he can tell you more. But he says he's willing to pay a pretty good amount if you can clear out the keep. Somewhere around lines of about 800 gold.
Can you point out on the map where this abandoned keep is? And I mean, personally, I'm willing to take a look at it, but we can talk about it with the man that you were referencing, as well as the rest of our party later on today.
Yeah, sure. As he hovers over the map. So, if I remember correctly, it's by a small little town around here.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I can say from kind of first-hand experience, I don't necessarily care for little villages getting fucked around, so I reckon that we can do that.
So what I think, my personal idea, I don't think anyone's actually getting hurt here. Most of the people who've been missing are younger kids, younger couples. I'm sure it's just their way of, running away from home because they can't, find an excuse to leave. So they pretend to get, spooky V-tier kill them. What are you going to do? Right. It's small rural farming towns. Meh. But,
boring town needs some interesting legends, stuff like that.
Well, pretty much. What are you gonna do? There's nothing to do there except farm.
More farming.
And hate
nice
your
people though. Yeah, nice people though. I mean, I'm sure you'd be able to find a place to sleep there as well and work out of there.
I am intimately familiar with that, so.
I will say, as he kind of leans over the map, they are paying a lot of gold for this, so I'd be careful.
Do you have an idea of how much gold they're willing to pay?
Well, 800.
800.
Yeah.
Well,
So
I'm
either
sure-
they think it's
The real
lot.
deal, or they're getting played for a fool.
yeah. I mean, supposedly the guy's part of the Red Company, and they famous mercenary company. They a lot of money. Maybe that's it.
Possibly.
well,
but-
they probably just, like you said, don't really have the manpower. Don't really
Mhm.
want to spend it and throw money at an issue until it stops being a problem, I reckon.
Right. I mean, most mercenaries,
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, we'll consider it. Let us know when that man arrives. We shouldn't be heading out until, I guess, after that talk or tomorrow morning at the break of dawn. But we should be willing to talk with them about it.
Well, see, thanks on it. The last 2 nights he showed up, it was a little past dusk. No, sorry. It was later into the night. The sun had already set though.
And you said that you throw in that bottle of Troll Killer if
Well, you
We
listened to
took
my proposition, didn't you? So he kind
we
of like
did.
corks the bottle and puts it onto the counter. I'd be careful
Alrighty.
about this though. It's your friend there seems to have been able to hold it down, but not many people could.
Yeah, I'm very much bringing about a good amount of caution when it comes to that. No worries.
Says the man that wants to have a drinking contest with me.
Yeah, but not with Troll Killer. Again, I know how to play to my strengths.
Okay.
And Cassian will go, and I'll either like inside the doorway, like leaning on one of the walls, like keeping an eye out on like the approach, or I'll be outside by the front door, like leaning up against the wall.
Yeah. So you said outside by the front door, or what was the first one? Sorry, say again.
I'll either be like inside by the front door, like leaning up against the wall besides the door frame, at an angle where I can see the approach.
Okay.
So I assume that
So,
we're on the water, right? We're on like a dock.
Sort of, yeah. It's facing. It is facing the And here I'll actually, so you can kind of see. The salty spray would be based like one of these places, like facing out into the water.
Oh, okay, then yeah, I'll step out and lean up against the wall and just wait.
Okay. So it's definitely whenever you step outside, it's gotten very cold. And it's starting to become. This is probably like the beginning of winter around here.
Hmm.
So at the very least, it occurs to you that if it's getting pretty cold down here, and if winter's starting
It's gonna
here,
get cold up north.
the north is going to be very hard. After a little bit, you can see a man who's pulling along a cart. It's a rather heavy-looking box on the cart behind him. No markings, and it's odd simply because it has no specific markings. You can see that he's starting to search around, looking at the different buildings and looking at specific signs.
I'll wait. I'll just act like I don't notice.
So, after a while, he sees a sign that says a salty spray, and he starts heading towards the door. He looks at you for a moment, and he just stares. And then he starts opening the door, and he starts trying to get the cart into the building.
You looking for someone, friend?
Maybe. What was it? You don't happen. Oh, no, I'm not supposed to say that. What was it? What was I supposed to say? Oh, Cassian. Me old cock, right?
There you go. There you go. Yes, it is I. Hello to you too.
So
the
why?
old clock.
What does that mean? No, you know what? No.
Don't ask. Just assume you're here with the cart.
Yeah, well, I've got the crate. Yeah. Let's see.
And you're I assume you work for Joran, yes?
Yes, I do.
Do you know if he has a telehedron? This thing, and I'll pull out mine.
I'm sure he does, but I've never seen one.
Okay. Can you do me a favor and pass this message along? Cassian would like to have a word before we head out to the north, if possible.
Okay. I could try. I don't know if I'll be able to see him today. But at the very least, I'll try to pass on what you can. So he kind of like searches his pocket. Give me a good second. Pulls out a little bit of what looks to be like a little piece of charcoal and some kind of matted up parchment as he starts scribbling something down. Cassian, right?
Yes.
How do you spell that?
Cassian.
Okay.
Also,
yeah, okay.
Closet. Would I know, with my experience with the telehedron, if there's a way that I can pass on, like, I guess a quote-unquote DnD contact number with the messenger or whatever with the telehedron?
So the telehedron live code.
The only time you've seen someone connect to another telehedron was when Licinia was scrolling it down. Isse is really the only one who had a proper comprehension of how to scribe into someone else's telehedron. Trying to remote contact it might be a little hard, but trying to pass on like the actual information, you do see that there is a bit of that there is scrawling at the bottom of your telehedron. Roll me Arcana, would you?
Yeah, I got you. Also, one thing I'm going to do before I forgot to do this at the end of my long rest, I'm going to pull. Actually, no, I'm not. Fuck it. Yeah, I was gonna pull proficiency and then re-put it, but fuck it.
Okay. So, looking through, you think you might have a comprehension of how to scribe your telehedron glyphs down onto some paper. You motion over to the messenger, and he gives you over the pad and the charcoal, and you try to scrawl, like at least write down these glyphs the best you can.
Is it because it's just a piece of charcoal that's so difficult?
It's a mix of things. It's more of the glyphs aren't exactly like perfectly scribed. They're also a bit. The magic of the telehedron makes it a little bit hard to understand which is overlapping what.
Gotcha.
Okay. As he handed over the messenger, kind of waves his goodbye and says, "You can keep the cart too. Like maybe you shouldn't, part of the old, he kind of does a little air quotes, secret thing. I don't really know how that works."
Right. But we appreciate you bringing us this. And again, take this and try and send this, or get this to Jorn as quick as possible, yeah?
Yeah, sure.
If he can't have a word, just tell him to put those glyphs into his telehedron, and he'll have a line of communication with us.
Well, so he kind of looks at him. I'm not really sure how these work, but I'm sure someone will.
All right.
So he walks off, and you're left with the cart and the box.
Mizuno, Thondin, can one of you help me wheel this upstairs, please?
You sure you want to bring that upstairs?
I'm gonna slow pan to Mizuno with the most deadpan expression. Considering what we're about to put in it, yes.
Not so loud.
If anything, help me pick up the crate.
Right. And I'm gonna... Thondin, can you give me a hand, too?
Yep,
Hold
I
on
got
before
you.
before you guys continue. Scythe?
Yes, I see it.
Okay, cool. So, as Cassian turns around and gets the rest of gets Mizuno and Thondin and the three of you start to approach the box, you can see as a rather shifty-looking individual has now opened the box and is starting to scour the interior of it.
The box that's in the crate?
It's in the cart.
Oh, in the cart?
Yeah.
I'm going to put my hand on the individual and pull them back. What the fuck, man?
Scythe, if you want to explain it yourself.
Was this the Godstone box?
Well, this is the box that they were going to put it into. There wasn't anything in it.
Just gonna like get uncomfortably close in his face. Where is it?
Where's
I
what?
need it.
Where's what?
Don't what me, you know what you have.
I'm
Where
not
is
sure what you're talking about.
I can smell it. It's in the air. It's on your
You're,
skin.
you're gonna be smelling your own blood soon if you don't back up and explain yourself.
Cassian,
One,
what the hell?
Who are you?
Oh.
And two, what are you talking about?
I'm gonna stand back and I guess stand quote unquote straight. You have, as far as I can tell, come into a possession of contraband.
Cassian's gonna quirk an eyebrow, and I'm gonna hold up a finger and look towards Thorin. Do you have customer privacy at this establishment?
Well, you guys are kind of outside by this point. The guy didn't bring the card in.
He doesn't know
okay.
he doesn't know who I am.
So
Quite honestly, it's quite honestly easy for anybody with a magical talent within about 100 miles to smell what's happening here.
Okay, my question
Well, that
is,
makes our fucking
if
job worse.
you are willing to pursue this accusation, why? What's your goal?
I wanted to make a knife.
That's it.
It's not every day that you come across enough to make a knife with.
So you're making an accusation of something that we may or may not have, so you can make a knife.
Yes. I don't see why that's particularly difficult.
I mean...
Okay, hold on. Bab, what's your name?
Name?
Yes, what do you call yourself? What do others call you? What do people address you by?
I should mention, I guess because Closet just said shifty looking guy. Dara is wearing animal furs and skins that are like quite obviously very ratty, and he's completely covered in moss.
What species is he?
And like fungal fruiting bodies.
So what species is he?
He's human.
Yeah.
He's a very human face. He's just covered in a lot of shit.
Yeah, I just want to make sure because I
Does
didn't know
he
what species I was
smell?
talking to.
Yeah,
like earthly or...
like decay.
So, are you gonna tell me your name or no?
Well, that's the problem. We haven't used the name in a very long time.
We?
Who's we?
Who is we?
I.
Okay. All right.
Points to himself.
Okay. Well, I'm going to need your name before I consider talking about this hypothetical with you.
That's the point, you Neanderthal. We don't remember.
I'm
Okay.
gonna look at Cassian and Thon and be like, you know, this is not the craziest thing we've seen in the last 48 hours.
I know, Mizuno, but your empire has the strangest individuals. I don't understand it.
Can I hit him in the head to knock some sense?
No, you can't. No, we're not assaulting anyone here. Look,
Yet.
friend,
Is.
if I decide to bring you into a room that may or may not have what you are accusing us, we may be able to negotiate something with the rest of our party. But if I see you reach for any of that before we are done negotiating, your throat gone. Okay?
Do you Do you have any food?
We have rations.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go in my satchel. You mean like, and I'm gonna some dry, rationy bread.
Yes, that does that. Yes. I like snatch it and just. I'm assuming you mean like hardtack.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's just gonna start like gnawing on the hardtack.
Okay, so we are in agreement that you will not touch whatever hypothetical we have up there until we have made a deal, correct?
Like he's got like the loaf of bread like literally gnawing on it, and he's just gonna kind of like nod, eat like. Yes.
Cassian's gonna pinch the bridge of his nose. Oh, fuck. Alright, let's bring him up. Thondin, Mizuno, can you please bring the crate upstairs and let them know that we have a guest coming in?
Right.
Already.
Well, they're gonna
Oh,
wake up to a nasty
I almost
scent.
forgot.
No scent, friend.
He's gonna turn around and grab a very large. Well, it looks like a deer skull off the cart. Got my hat.
Your hat.
Yes.
Alright.
Nice hat.
Mizuno, Thondin, the crate, please, while I wonder how I got into the situation, please.
I look at Thondin, look at the new guy, shake my head on 3 Thon. On Scythe 3. And we lift it and start hauling it up, I guess.
Wait, are you lifting the crate or the cart?
The crate.
The crate.
Great.
Okay.
Monkey.
Well, ape. Okay. So the cart, obviously is heavy. The crate itself could actually be carried by one of you.
Oh.
Oh,
Okay, well, one of you take the crate.
I guess I got this then.
Why are we
fucking,
entertaining the animal exactly?
Holy shit, Isse, where'd you come from?
So you can see as Isse's come down from his room, just staring at you as you all start walking in.
Because apparently this animal can smell what we have upstairs. And I'd rather not do something rash in public.
So you can hear Torum yell from behind the bar. Don't keep any fish in your room!
We're not going to.
Just kind of eyes you a little suspicious, and then continues cleaning.
I'm gonna let the shady individual up the stairs. I'm gonna look to Thorn. We'll try and get him out of here as quick as possible. He freaks me out. I don't like how there's fungi growing on him. That's not how that works.
And Torum kind of shrugs a little bit, and then as you continue up the stairs, and then he quickly snaps back and is like, "Wait, what do you mean fungi?" As he's like yelling up the stairs.
Okay, never mind. Don't worry about it. Another new Halo Infinite has been removed from my Steam library. I've been more depressed than this. Anyway, continue.
No, all right. So you guys do manage to get back in the room, and you see Sam is just kind of sitting with that wrapped up box of Godstone, trying not to sneeze.
I was gonna somebody slam through the door.
I was thinking more like stop slam. I was thinking more like stop slam. Welcome to the jam.
Question: are you actually saying somebody as you smack into the door?
No, just
God
that.
Jesus, I assume you people open the door normally. The first option is slamming through it. Jesus.
I'm carrying a heavy box, and I kind of just overly, because it's an old place, I kind of punch through the door a little too hard.
You know what? Just because I'm entertained, roll me strength, flat strength ability.
I say the door's locked, so this ought to be interesting.
Hang on, closet.
What's up?
I'm just gonna hear a thump.
Okay, first of all, at what point do you think that's gonna be effective? Scythe.
Well, If everyone would check memes or dreams.
Okay, alright. Oh, no, damn it. You put it in there already. I was gonna. Okay. Alright. Give me 1 second. Alright. What's the limitation on yours?
On
let
it's
me
whatever I've seen.
Okay, but it's also one half.
Beast.
Okay, yeah. I'll give some limitations for that. Yeah. Okay.
I actually don't know the limitations of that
Yeah.
class ability.
I just found it. Okay. So, prior to what you just asked me, what else are you gonna try and do? Are you gonna do like a running start? That's basically what I'm asking.
Oh no, I was memeing around. I wasn't being serious.
I mean, you can do it. That is something you can do if you want to do that.
If you want to be a hostile character.
No.
I mean, it's not
I
really
will put you down like the animal you are.
Well,
I'll be honest. Now that you said it, I kind of wish you did do it.
fine, I'll do it. So he's
Okay. Yeah, go ahead.
So he's gonna like take a sprinting run towards the door, and fucking whambo into a shark, and smash through Sam's door.
So you can and Sam's just sitting on the other side wondering, what the hell is that? As Corporal, like, slams into the door. Then suddenly the door breaks down as a shark comes flying through the wood
Why?
and just plops on the ground.
Why
The bloody hell!
I'm just gonna stare at this and shake my head and
I'm like half reaching for my sword on my hip. Bloody hell! Why
Cassian
is there a shark?
is going to turn, head down the stairs, solemn, like, I guess, like, how, like, just moping all the way down the stairs. He's gonna put 10 gold on the counter, not say anything, mope back up the stairs, and figure out what's going on.
You say, why is there a shark?
I do not know.
And it's turned back into a human.
What the?
If you haven't already noticed, we have a guest who can apparently smell what we've been trying to keep up here. I didn't want to do something drastic in public, so I wanted to bring him up here because guess what he wants with what we have? He wants to make a knife out of it.
Well, wait, slow down. You let him come in here, blow through my door.
No,
as a shark.
I did not let him become a shark and blow through your door. I told him, okay, well, we will bring you up to negotiate. I did not expect him to do that.
I'm just gonna take my hand away from my sword and just grab the bridge of my nose. I thought we're supposed to be staying low profile.
Trust me, I thought so too. But apparently it's a lot harder with this group of individuals than I previously thought. So,
don't look at me, man.
dear men, since you can't remember your name, please sit down. So yes.
No. You say please sit down. He sits on the floor.
So, all you want is a knife, correct?
Yes.
What do you plan to do with the knife?
Well, it's a tremendous casting focus, and we also think it might be fun to stab something with. Haven't had the chance to try that out yet.
Seems legit.
What?
Don't look at me, Sam. I'm about as lost as you are.
I mean,
I feel like lighting this stuff on fire to turn it into a knife is not a great idea.
well, hold on. Let me ask this. Have you ever worked with making something like this into a tool?
He's gonna, like throw out his arms to, like, get his arm under the side of his cloak, and he's gonna pull out a, like, 5-inch long napped flint knife. Yes, quite recently.
But that's a flint knife.
Are you assuming that Godstone behaves any differently?
Okay.
Well, from what I understand, it
Not so
explodes.
loud.
Okay,
And
look.
yes,
How much do you need?
Like, one decent-sized shard should be fine.
I can't believe I'm
Are we
doing this.
really? What? No,
What?
are we really
No.
considering
Wait,
this?
why are you actually letting me do this?
I may not know what's going on,
What-
but
what-
this
what-
stone is pretty valuable.
Absolutely not.
Well, what else are we gonna do? He's have him follow us?
It's quite simple. We stab him.
No, we're not gonna stab him yet.
Quick
Relax.
out of character question again. Is Isse or whoever? Yeah, Isse. Is he? What race is he?
High elf.
High elf. Okay. He's just gonna like roll his head over to the side and respond in perfect, if not archaic, Elvish. That would be unwise.
I can also hear this now.
That's the point.
I'll respond back in Elvish. There's two of us. I wouldn't bet on your chances.
If we
But
just
we're-
take his limbs off, we could leave him behind.
We're not going to
Wow.
kill the poor bastard,
No,
man.
no.
He's gonna stand back up, sheathe the flint knife back in his little tool belt. We are trying to protect the forest.
Okay, what's the threat to the forest? What is threatening it?
He's just gonna stare at you like,
Well, I'm waiting.
if this, and he's like completely dropped the goofy act. This, as he gestures to I'm gonna gesture to the chest, is an extremely large quantity of an illicit substance.
Well, we've noticed, yes.
Yes. And you are also no doubt keenly aware of why it's highly fucking illegal.
can you say that any louder?
Okay. We know how...
If this leads to a war between the Empire and the Aarakocra, if incinerators are created, if any of that sort, it will threaten my home.
So, let me ask you this. Because we already have a plan for what we're going to do with stuff like... We've already decided that we're getting it out of the Empire. But if we give you... Hold on. If we give you a shard to make a knife out of it, wouldn't that make you in possession of something illegal as well? Wouldn't that also lead to something that, could, start a skirmish, that could lead into a war?
Two points here. The very first is we actually don't... what's the... Blech. Hang on.
He's dead.
Yeah. I was trying to... First point.
Okay.
Yeah. I can't even articulate thoughts.
Do you think that your cause is just if we give you something like this?
Something, trying to get it out of the Empire, something, wanted to see if it was real.
So
Very
you
clearly is.
So you wanted to investigate on whether or not the source of whatever you were sensing was real.
Uh-huh.
Well, it is.
Uh-huh.
And we
Okay.
plan on
And your
exiting
is
the
to get it-
Empire. Yes, we are getting it out of here before it starts another war. That was our intent from the first place.
Oh. Yeah. That's a novel idea. Or novel, what's the word I'm looking for? Novel approach.
God's willing.
So,
Second point.
Gonna sit back down and start gnawing on the bread. Go about your business.
so, what's stopping you from heading up north and getting some of that from the Aarakocra?
They charge exorbitant prices and don't talk to humans very often.
Meaning to ask Augustus about that.
Speaking of, where is Augustus? And where's Oldak? Where? You think he'd be losing his mind at this by now?
So looking around,
Here
especially
comes Oldak is like, who the fuck?
Oldak doesn't seems to have already bought his own room, but searching the room you're in, you actually notice there seems to be a little bit of a note left behind. Reading the note, you can see that it's from Augustus, as he mentions that he left left earlier in the morning to go see a friend about some of the situation that you all seem to find yourself in.
Me?
Oh boy.
Did he not know fucking about this?
Well, this just gets more and more complicated. Okay, so how about this? I cannot guarantee that we give you a shot of this, but if you want to help us transport it up north, we could probably do something with that. Does that sound ideal to you? That's amicable? Okay, perfect. Oh,
That mean?
that means pretty much you're saying that's fine. He's agreeing to what I said.
Why didn't he just say it was fine?
I'm only 21 years old, and I'm going to have gray hair before I turn 30, and I'm not meant to have white hair until I'm 50. Oh, mother's going to be so upset. Anyway. Okay.
You?
I'm going to go knock on Aldak's door. Aldak, we need to have family meeting, party meeting. We need to discuss a lot of things.
So he doesn't seem to respond.
You motherfucker.
It is pretty early in the morning, and he did take quite a bit of a beating during that last fight. So you think he might be...
I don't want to hear it.
God damn it. I'm going to go back into the room. Try and pick up the door and put it where it was.
So,
You're turning my door back.
Not only has it been slammed off of its hinges, that's a little simple. You see that the shark that Derek turned into was not large, and the speed and the force at which he struck the door made him make a hole straight through it.
I know. I'm going to pick up one of the pieces of wood and try and put it on there, and then once it falls, I'll sigh. All right. So.
I believe I can take care of that.
Can you do that while also listening, so that way we can multitask and all
Mizuno,
that?
can you bring the crate over?
Here.
So
I'm gonna put it down a little bit gently.
Let's load this into the crate, and then let's discuss our plan.
Yeah. Wait a minute.
Wait, what? No. You stay over there, good sir. I don't know you. I don't trust you yet. Not to mention you blew through my door as a shark.
Father, could I just cast plant growth and have vines kind of take up the space where the wood used to be? Like thick, woody vines.
Okay.
This is really nice. Fucking Skyrim music.
It's not Skyrim music.
Shut the fuck up. It's totally Skyrim music. All RPG songs are Skyrim music.
Wait, is that Chris?
Right,
Is that Chris?
I'll listen in. Don't try and shoehorn me in because I am still busy.
Oh, fuck you. You missed a lot. Anyway.
I've kept them aware. So,
It's
technically plant growth is for making other plants grow strong. I think there's another spell for that. Hold on. In fact, plant growth is
Because I have like a huge list of spells.
So spike growth is probably what you want, and you won't have to use a third level spell slot.
Spike growth?
Yeah, because plant growth affects living plants already.
Oh. Oh, well, I have that prepared as well. So
Yeah.
sure, I could do that, but
Yeah.
it's not gonna like fan out, is it?
It's a 20 feet radius.
Oh.
I think it might be better.
Make
if
sure you
just
set
not
your
do it.
spell. Make sure you set that's on your spell book. There's a little symbol right next to the edit, which is preparing. Which I think your prepare limit is like your level plus your wisdom modifier.
It's all the spells that I have in my spell book. These are all the ones that I'm gonna unless I state otherwise, these are the ones that I have prepared.
Wait, no, for druids? No. Is it? No,
it's your level plus your modifier. I think it's supposed to be like 7.
Yes.
Plus,
Alright, what now?
I had.
Okay, I'm sorry for interjecting. Did we bully Corporal enough for spelling barnacles into Barney Coolies?
No,
I hadn't even noticed.
yeah, no, we hadn't bullied
I
him
was
at all.
supposed to be an Elvish. Fuck you.
Okay. Okay, yeah, it's wisdom modifier plus your druid level. But I mean, you can have more spells like physically in your spell book because druid doesn't have its spell book.
Yeah,
It has
druids
a-
I know,
technically know
it's
all
like-
spells.
Yeah, it's like
So you can only have 7.
Cleric!
Can he only have 7? I mean, at this point, he's level 6. And didn't you
No,
say
level
his
5.
wisdom
No, we're
modifier is
level
3?
5.
Level 5.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah.
right, I forgot to tell you. No, we did not
It's
level
8.
yet.
It's 8.
Oh.
My wisdom modifier is 3.
Oh yeah, you were correct. I can't count.
Oh, we did not level. Oh.
Oh,
Well, he
You
told
leveled,
me that
didn't
we
you?
were
I know.
leveling.
He's. It's not his fault. I forgot to correct that.
oh no.
I'm gonna home and you.
So it sounds like we're forcing a level up on the rest of the party.
No.
Oh,
I'll
fuck
just
off.
take the hit points out and remove the spells I put in.
Okay,
Also, remember the tradition.
fucker.
Yeah.
God damn.
All right.
Okay, so
So if you want, I mean, I think there's also Druidcraft, right? You should have Druidcraft.
Druidcraft would take time for him to do it.
That's a cantrip. Cantrips are different. I can only
No, I know.
select
I know. I'm saying, oh yeah, you can only select a certain number of cantrips. Huh?
Yeah, and I got the so it's 3, and then plus I gained chill touch for being a circle of the spore.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I mean, so yeah, your options are very limited here, other than making a giant amount of it within a 20-foot radius.
Perhaps not then. I was hoping I had mending, but mending's a fucking cantrip.
There is someone else in the party with mending if he's still here.
Yes.
Oh, that's not even who I meant, but that too.
Care to fix the door?
Hmm. It will take a while.
That's fine. You say you're smart enough to be able to work and listen at the same time. So, one, we all agree that we're heading up north, correct?
Aye.
No.
What?
Okay. I've been up since before dawn. I've been contemplating our next move, and I have the hiccups. But that is beyond the point, and I'm going to bring out the map. Right now, if I can stop having the fucking hiccups.
I mean, aren't you a water elf? Sea elf?
Yes.
Isn't that kind of your thing?
Right now, hiccups are not our thing.
You fucking fish.
Right now, we're in Grand Huron.
Ryan?
Aye.
I don't think you need... Well, it's cold out there. And it's going to be colder up north.
Aye. It does snow in
Our
Paramount.
well, our first route would lead us to Fairmount. I don't know, what exactly do we plan to do in Fairmount?
Right now, we just need to get this Godstone out of the Empire
Not only
to
that,
avoid any wars.
not only that, but we also need to
Fairmount-
deal with the job at the Black Fort with them.
Well,
Fairmount's the most neutral place, anyways, to go with it.
that's the thing I meant to ask Augusta, if the Eric Cochran are reasonable, because I don't know off the top of my head.
So, for Sam, for the most part, they aren't really. You could, the kindest relation that you could possibly have with an Aarakocra is that they don't immediately stab you in the mouth. They usually tend to see other races as lesser, so as to, not be worth their time.
That's our
Almost as-
fucking job.
Almost as if, the same way you would view a cockroach in your home, that's what it's like to stand inside of Aarakocra territory.
I'm sorry, I have to make the Empire great again.
Yes.
Oh no, dude.
All right.
I had to. I'm sorry.
You're fine.
So
You're
is Sam
fine.
going to tell me that they're assholes?
I don't know if Sam going to do that.
Damn birds coming
That's
over
what I
and
just
taking our
asked.
job.
I don't know! I'm waiting to be able to talk!
I'm sorry, I just had to read out Tatum's comment. It was great.
Oh, shit.
Oh, that's great.
Hearing Mizuno's idea, I'm just gonna kinda shake my head and be like, that's more or less a death wish. The Aarakocra are supremacist, you could say. They don't like other races, and you'd be lucky if they don't kill you on sight.
Alright, so that kind of kills my first idea. Because I had it in my mind that, well, you being a prince, king, knight errant, I don't know. Long or the short of it, I thought that Fairmount might be able to say to the Eric Cochran, hey, we got this thing. We don't want this thing. Please take it from us.
They would probably assume that we stole it anyway.
Yeah, that's...
I don't remember. Did we discuss that at all, Closet? Like, what kind of relations I had with them?
Yeah, we did. We talked some. There's one of the things that Fairmount had to do was actually protect some of their smaller villages around the castle city from being raided by Aarakocran slavers. When this issue was brought up with the Aarakocran government, this was, or at least in Tenok itself, they just ignored it and they said this is. They didn't really say much of anything. They don't really think of, humans because they consider them to be a lesser race.
Okay, I'm just gonna be like, well, my position of power doesn't really matter in this. Fairmount has tried to have diplomatic relations with them, and it's all been kind of in vain. They've constantly attacked our smaller villages on our outskirts of the kingdom.
So that kind of... I want to say torpedoes, but that doesn't exist. It kind of kills my idea. Well, my first idea, at least. So, I was thinking about taking the Fairmount Royale all the way up to the Wordstone. However, this presents at least 5 million problems, not to mention all the Eric Cochran between Fairmount and the Wordstone. It's also the longest trek.
I mean, I guess technically we could use the ports in Fairmount and maybe get a ship, but still,
that's
even
the
if
thing.
Even if we took, that's not what I wanted. I want the trolley thing. Even if we went by sea and went all the way around and found some place to get in, it's still a long walk to get to the Wordstone. Not to mention we're in enemy territory, and if they find out that Fairmount has people there, it could cause an even more strained issue we have with them already.
So that's what I mean. We're going to be walking through the frontier, and I'm sure that Augustus can tell you, and I can tell you, during the middle of the winter, or the coming winter, walking through the frontier, not the best idea, because between here and here, we have God knows what's from point A to point B. Okay, maybe not here.
So,
here,
how
but
about this? I think there's one direction that we haven't been talking about. What about if we go south?
that was my next plan, because we do not. This area right here, at least near Grand Austin, I do not want to go through Grand Austin.
Because of the Venatori, yes?
Well, twofold. The Venatori, this is their. They've been operating in there from what the Mr. Pharaoh said. We do not want to rouse them, if that makes sense.
I mean, they're the ones that planted the contraband there in the first place.
Correct. My idea was either take a private, and I mean private ship. No questions. Oh dear, I didn't mean to do that. As no questions asked, either by sea or walk by land to Akala and work our way up to Novigrad.
And what is at Novigrad?
Well, they.
Or Nograd?
I believe that.
Speaking on it, remember that Augustus did say that he had some friends in Novgorod, which could be useful in smuggling the stone back into the Weird Stone. Augustus's plan was to hand it off to somebody there in the Dwarven Hold, and use them to smuggle the stone back to the Weird Stone.
Alright.
The third option, probably the shortest. Well, actually, the shortest, but. Well, I'll show you. We go from Grand Huron, avoid Grand Montaigne because of the uppity legion over there. And we go into Belfast and get to Novigrad over the mountains. Although I don't think I have to tell you that walking through a fucking mountain range is not the brightest idea.
We also got fall and winter coming. Well, we also have the fact that last night before I turned in, I sent messengers to Fairmount to mobilize a few of my Royal Knights to meet us on the way to Fairmount.
Fuck.
That.
Okay. How about this? I'm assuming that.
I'm gonna get rid of that.
Well, fuck.
We could modify the plan. Sorry to interrupt you for the fifth time this morning.
Hold on. Let me suggest a fourth option.
All right.
What about the southern continent? Do we know their allegiances or anything like that in regards to the Empire, the Aarakocra, anything of that sort?
If you want to roll history, you can.
I can't roll history because I don't know what the fuck is going on.
Yeah. It'd be a little harder for Sam, but for the rest of you, it'd probably be a little easier if any of you want to roll history.
I can try to remember things.
Wow.
Okay. Fuck it. Just because.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll get lucky and get a nat 20 or some bullshit.
Poor Sam.
Oh! I was here!
Alright, so one at a time here. Derek thinks on it. He knows nothing of lands further to the south.
It's just Dara.
Dara? Okay, sorry, yeah. The only lands he's tread is by the Riverlands and further in the Empire. For Isse, you have a general understanding of the South. The Sorcerer Kings of Islam and the surrounding territories try to keep to themselves rather other than the Warforged that they create and sell out amongst the Empire and other lands. There's it's a contested land between different sorcerers, but you don't really remember how many. For Mizuno, you also know that it's usually called the Land of the Sorcerer Kings, but that's as far as you know. Sam, you actually call back to some of the lessons you learned as a knight and younger as a child, and this bit of history seems to stick out to you. The lands to the south used to be called an area called Cathera. But this was an ancient time. A lot of people think that this is actually the origin of humans and other, mortal races, and this is the original continent where people came from. What it's now known as is centered around a very large magical city named Islam, which is a neutral ground for the 8 sorcerer kings that rule over the continent, constantly at war with each other. Often worshipped as gods by the people that live in the continent, it's almost absolute anarchy outside of the actual livable areas of Cathera itself. There's only one city in the dunes, Zakosa, which is in any way friendly to living beings or mortals for that purpose. Everywhere else is this almost a mutated hellscape of sorcerous inventions, wild magic, and other nightmarish creatures.
Oh.
So Chicago.
Nice.
Let's just take our problems and push them somewhere else. That's what I just heard.
I heard Australia 2.0.
Yeah, essentially.
I'm gonna kind of explain. I'm gonna explain all that. But then I'm gonna at the end just be like, I don't know if I would really recommend that, considering that they're constantly at war.
That sounds like a horrible.
Well,
idea.
hold on. If we take a boat,
you're talking about
hold on. If we take a boat from Grand Huron and go along the western coast and see if we can find port somewhere around here, close to that city out in the dunes, maybe we can find someone that can get rid of it, or find a place to get rid of it.
That sounds
dangerous.
Incredibly dangerous.
No matter where we go, we're facing danger. I want you all to understand that. There is no easy way to get this out of here.
Yes, but at least to the north, we have an army that could come to our aid.
Yeah, but then we're stuck in Fairmount, and we either have to wait out the winter, or we have to go back through the Black Fort and go all the way to Nograd.
We have a port. We have a port in Fairmount. We can take the long way around back out. We don't have to go back through the Black Fort.
I would just like to point out that even going from Grand Huron to that city over in Cathiran, that's not a guarantee. There's a lot of pirate activity from here to there, even with the Imperial Navy.
And as far as I understand, you guys have bad luck with boats.
So let's go and discuss our options. We can go to Fairmount, and we have an army waiting for us there to go and meet us. But then we're stuck in a neutral country, having to take a very far route, no matter how far we go east or west, to get to Nograd. Or we can go to the southern tip of the Empire, hoof it all the way to Nograd. From there, which we still have to deal with possible bandits or unknown entities, we could hike through the mountains of Belagost to Nograd, but then we're hiking through a fucking mountain range. No matter where we go, we're gonna be dealing with something that we are either not ready for or we don't want to deal with. So
I would. Sorry.
We already have a mission to go to the Black Fort, do we not?
We do. Yeah. Yes. We also got a.
And I've already.
Go ahead.
And I've already sent messengers to Fairmount to mobilize a few of the knights.
We also have gotten a job request from the bartender downstairs that was paying 800 gold to investigate a village that may or may not have some disappearances going around.
Yes, where is this village?
It is not too far north and off the main trail of Gran Huron.
But somewhat on the way to the Black Fort.
Somewhat on the way to the Black Fort,
That's-
yes.
That's what I was thinking. We can probably... That's the wrong tool. Well, if we have that job at the Black Fort, and we have knights waiting for us that are going to meet us somewhere, where exactly are they going to meet us, Sam?
There's a small village. Grab the tool. Come on, I want to draw! Right here. That they will meet us. They
Why
can't
is
go any.
everybody's lines thicker than mine?
They can't go any further than that village due to the fact that that's already at the very, very,
Contested
very.
area.
Yeah,
Right.
it's at the very, very edge of Fairmountain's kingdom.
What is that? Hold on, I'm gonna fix this. Jesus Christ.
No!
Anyway.
All right, like
There
I
you
was
go.
saying.
Now
So-
you can see it.
Like I was saying. We go to here. We keep heading up. We either rendezvous with the knights, do the black job for it, head all the way back down. Hopefully, Civil War doesn't start in Grand Montaigne, and we'll hold our breath for that. But considering that it's fucking cold and summer harvest war and all that, I suggest then, if we're all still amongst the living, we then either take a boat to Akala and work our way up there, or I think that's our best option.
Why not just take a boat from the Gran Huron Basin, past Grand Austin, into this little pool, or not pool, lake area here, dismount from there, and then walk to Nogrid?
Because I want to go home at least one more time.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
And I have business to take care of at Fairmount as well.
Okay, so if we're going to go north to Fairmount, how about we take the day to get prepared in terms of clothing and winter gear? We should go and talk with that man who's supposed to be coming by this bar around dusk. I need to go have a chat with Joran about a few things in regards to Lady Lucinia wanting to get information on where House Orsini stands between House Grimoldi and Betancourt, or whatever that war is going on, or possible like civil strife, I should say.
I reckon that even though we had a hand, a very minor one, mind you, in that terrible, terrible library fire, that we couldn't get a little payment for last night's intrigue.
Adina.
What? We're broke.
I mean, you guys are broke. I have money.
Alright, bitch.
Alright.
Yes, who's broke?
I went and collected from your guys' employer last night.
Well, yeah, he didn't pay us.
He's not even our employee, he's our slave master. And I'm supposed to have a talk with him. Oh my god.
Boy.
Okay, look. How about we take today, get whatever gear we need, and then tomorrow we head out.
I already
Right.
bought some rations in the I want to say the 24-hour store, but
Okay. Well, I need to go have a talk with Mr. Farrow, and then after that, I need to stop by the Orsini house and see if I can get some information for Lady Lucinia.
alright.
So if anyone would like to join me on that, you may, but I'm about to head out.
What's the worst that can happen?
Everyone
Stand
dies?
up from my we're all gonna die, Sam. It's just a matter of time when.
Okay, dude, you are a Debbie Downer. Fuck.
I don't want to hear it.
Let me go get some water real quick. I
Cross
was-
Mizuno is back.
Right.
Oh yeah, email Mizuno.
Yeah, like I said, let me get some water. I'll be right back.
Right.
I'm nearly done. I also wanted to go down to Akala because, well, I need to work with you on this closet, but my Centurion was, I want to make him Primus Pilus of the fucking 13th Legion, and maybe we can get some friends! I have friends!
Bold of you to
here.
assume anyone wants to be friends with us. Very bold.
If Closet's basing off the, Hero of Marines on Chesley Puller, he's quoted to say all the real Marines are in the brig, so I think we'll fit right well.
Maybe.
Well,
Probably.
Cassian is about to step out to go and find himself some winter gear and talk with Mr. Pharaoh, and the invitation is open for anyone to join him.
I already bought some food at the fucking medieval 7-Eleven, but...
Wait.
I didn't think it would be so early in the morning, out of character.
So, I need everyone to make sure that they have winter gear, because it seems like we're going up north. Try and meet back here at least by dusk, so we can talk about that job with that person that owns the haunted house or the graveyard.
I thought it was a crypt.
Spooky shit.
It's a thing.
Yeah, spooky shit. So, I'm gonna go head out. If anyone would like to join me, you may, but yeah, we'll all make sure to meet up at the bottom floor by dusk, yeah?
Alright, let's go.
Alright, I guess Cassian and Mizuno are heading out.
Where'd you say you were going?
We were going out to get winter gear. I was going to go talk to Mr. Pharaoh, and I'm going to try and stop by House Orsini.
Oh, actually,
to get some info.
Actually, I'm not gonna leave the box and guard, so I'm just gonna give you some gold to pick up my supplies.
Okay, how
I
much
will
gold?
join you to find the winter gear, but then I have research to do.
What would you like to
he
come
said,
with us?
Do you want to stay with me and you can do research in my room? We can guard the stone.
I think I require the library.
Well, if you want to come with us to help us get the winter gear for everyone, I can carry it, and then you can go off to the library.
Yes.
Alright.
This will work.
Alright. So, me, Mizuno, Isse, anyone else? Thondin, would you like to come with?
No.
Thondin is dead.
No.
Well,
Oh no, I think he stepped away for a little bit. Yeah, his mic's muted.
Okay, that's fine.
Is Clank even here?
I don't know. Is Royal here? Well,
No, he's not here.
damn it.
Royal is dead.
Alright, well, I guess we will step out.
Clank's just like standing motionless in the fucking room.
Just looking out the window.
Actually-
What is my existence?
Oh, wait. You said, did you finish fixing my door?
I don't
Yeah.
know, DM, by now that I finished fixing the door.
Good, you say it. Yeah, by now you would have finished fixing the door.
Okay. Well, then once they leave, I'll go ahead and lock my door again. As long as the shark doesn't come bursting through it again.
Do it again, I fucking dare you.
Alright, I guess we're... oh yeah, Sam, how much gold are you giving me?
Would I roughly know how much winter gear would cost?
Second.
I have money. I just don't have, like, bukake of money, you know?
That's not a
Why would you say it like
That has
that?
nothing
Why,
to do
bro?
with the collection of money.
So it's for each one of you, it's gonna run you about 10 gold each to get heavy winter gear.
I have 75 gold.
Okay, I'll
How
give
many
it-
is in our
I'll go-
party? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, yeah, perfect. Okay, I'll pay for it. Fuck it.
No, here, Cassian. I'm gonna give Cassian 50 gold to help pay for most of it.
And I will pay for
damn.
mine.
Oh,
And I'll give him 10 gold. I give him 10
just-
gold.
Miller had to pop out.
Oh.
So,
I can pay for mine, thank you.
okay, so I'm paying 40 gold.
I think Sam just said he gave you 50.
I know. He gave me
That's
50.
it,
I'm paying 40 for the rest.
Oh, yeah.
That's including me, right?
Yeah, so you need
Uh,
80 in total.
And I handed you 10.
I have 85 and then plus 50. That would be 50 plus 85, 135.
Yeah.
So 50 total, or 80 total. Is that right?
Well, yeah, 80 total for if a set for each of you would be because there's 8 people.
Okay. So there's 8 people: Tato, Sam, Mizuno, or Corporal. They're all paying for theirs, so that reduces it to 50.
But I already
Right?
gave my money to you.
I know. I'm excluding you from that, from what I have to pay less
Okay.
out of my own
Well,
pocket.
I gave you 50. He's giving you 10. That's 60. Who else?
And then
Who's
Mizuno
giving
said
gold?
he's gonna pay for his own.
That's 70.
And I already have enough to pay for all but one.
So
For
yeah.
yourself.
Yeah.
So yeah, the 50 gold I gave you should pay for everyone's except just about everyone except for the.
Hold on. I gotta bump out the calculator. Hold on, man. I'm not good at math.
You have 70 gold.
What do you need?
only
No, I have
to pay
75
for-
plus 50. That's 125. Right?
How is this complicated?
I don't know.
135.
Because, okay, hold on. Everyone shut the
No,
fuck
I'm
up.
retarded.
Everyone shut up. Everyone shut up. It would be 80
You don't
gold for
have to adjust
everyone, but 3 people aren't paying for it, so I'm back to 75 regardless.
Oh, you're trying to figure out how
No,
much.
no, no,
money-
no,
Yes.
no, okay.
Okay,
no,
yeah,
no,
all
no.
right.
I gave you 50 gold.
Okay.
Mizuno paying for his. That's 60. Isse said he's paying for his. That's
Yeah, man.
70. That leaves just you.
Yeah, and I have enough to pay for mine.
I
Yeah, so,
basically paid for everyone.
So you're giving me 70 is what you're saying.
yeah. He's
Okay.
giving, in total, you're gaining 70 from the group.
God damn. That's all you had to say. Fuck.
You fucking people.
Oh my goodness.
God. Okay, and that's 80 for everyone, correct?
Yes.
Okay. God damn. Okay, it's literally a net loss of 10 gold. That's
Yes.
Wow. We all had a collective stroke.
I'm so glad that was on stream. There was a moment whenever you first started, and I wanted to interrupt one of you and think, "What the fuck are you trying to do?" And then I thought they can figure it out.
No, we can't. Clearly, we can't. Okay. So that'd be the first one that we got done. Now, we are heading to Mr. Barrow's office. Isse's setting off to the library. Closet, I would recommend you deal with Isse's research, or you go for us.
Yeah. So, Tato, what were you trying to do?
So, first, I will be researching this fiery orb. I will be looking for names, the prophet of whatever the fuck, the V name, or the Prince of Annihilation, or,
The V name.
a fiery tornado. Yeah, wasn't he Prophet Vehem or whatever?
The name.
No, Imix.
Yeah,
Oh,
the
Amix.
name
Oh,
that we
my
kept
bad.
hearing, Imix. And he ended up being one of the person from my vision.
Yeah, and his fiery orb that he channels his power through. I'll research, those kind of keywords.
Okay. Are you going to be using any of the books that you have currently? Or are you going to try to find a library too?
I
both,
will
really.
be probably using 10 minutes to do comprehend languages and then finishing reading up the Bella Mosterum.
Okay.
And then probably reviewing the Song of Bloodlines and then going to the library to see if I can find other leads.
Okay.
If I still haven't found anything in the Bellum.
All right. So the rest of you are buying the winter gear, right? Looks. Well, I mean, yeah. You don't have to ask me that. You just ask him. Sam.
Oh, he's on the phone.
Oh, he's on the phone. Yeah. Yeah. So then, yeah, Sam would have asked you if you can search some books as well. Yeah. There you go.
Okay, well then that'll be at the end of my search.
Okay.
Also, I want to give a FYI. It's only been 2 hours,
Yep.
but it feels like it's been going on for a lot longer.
Because I feel like if I tried to research this vial, I wouldn't come up with anything because it came from a Baelnorn and I'm still in the Empire.
Yeah. So first you're doing is Fiery Orb, correct?
Yes.
Second is the Bellum Austerum. Third is the Song of Bloodlines, right? Or is that the same time as the Bellum?
It's at the same time as the Bellum to see if, like, it connects between the two of them.
Okay.
Because the Song of Bloodlines is kind of just like a story.
Yeah.
So I'm assuming it connects to some greater principles, which I would learn about hopefully in the Bellum.
Gotcha. Okay, and then the third one is going to be the Angels and Azamar. I'm just going to write this down so I can... Okay. Oh, that's supposed to be private. You're not supposed to see that. Okay. So. It takes you a little bit to find a proper library, since Grand Huron isn't exactly known to be, the most learned city, if anything.
I have an idea. I'm sorry to cut in.
What's up?
Why don't we just charter a boat to the south, dump the fucking Godstone box on the shoreline, and leave?
Because we're not going to leave a WMD.
Completely out of character. Isse doesn't want to get rid of the crate yet.
Again, the idea is not to leave a WMD to where someone else could find it and possibly use it for ill intent.
To be fair,
Let's
out of
just
character,
take
I
our
wanted to use it to blow up
problems
Kazarim.
and push it somewhere else.
Okay. It takes you a bit, but you do manage to find at least the most comprehensive library you could find here. Roll me investigation.
Okay. Let's see how this goes.
You're good at this. Come on.
Oh, yeah.
There you go.
I believe in you.
So, after looking through the library, it's after a fair bit of searching, you start realizing that this is starting to become less of a search to figure out what this is, and it's become a lot easier to figure out what it isn't. Searching through compendiums of other magical items, you can definitely tell that this isn't really a purpose-built item, or at least something. It's not a tool per se. It's not like any of the magical devices that Clank makes or anything. And in fact, you have to dive into some more very theoretical aspects to really figure out what this is. And you start to gain a bit of a picture. This seems to be some very concentrated magic, almost as if someone has, plucked the very fabric of magic itself and moved it into a physical object. It's odd to think about because the amount of power that would require is phenomenal. Something far beyond what you could have, that you could do yourself or even imagine. Maybe with some sort of help, you could figure out how to unravel it, or even use the orb. But there's not really enough material or even references here in this library to help you. You do tend to see a lot of the books mentioning other projects, and a lot of these other theoretical concepts are penned by sorcerers and wizards who have worked out of the Imperial College, which you come to learn is also in Gran Austin. You think that the next step in figuring out what exactly this is probably heading to the college itself.
Okay.
After a little bit, you deciding to shelve the research into the fiery orb, you start to at least read through both the Bellamorstarum and the Song of Bloodlines and try to link them together. For this one, go ahead. You know what? Just roll me investigation again. Because there's not really an applicable roll here.
Oh,
Jesus.
yeah. Oh,
Okay.
yeah. Elven supremacy.
So, Jesus Christ. With comprehend languages, you can easily read the Bella Mostera, or the Bleak War, as the book is so titled. 1 second.
Do I learn about our Baelnorn friend / elf killer?
So, not quite yet. So, the Song of Bloodlines is it's very clear to you that this is more of a religious text, if anything. It's right out of one of them. What is there a kitten in the background? What is that?
That's what it sounds
Yeah.
like.
I have
Oh.
2 kittens that my wife rescued that I'm watching till she gets home.
Oh, gotcha.
They're being angry at me.
No, you're good. So, the
No, don't go in there!
the Bellum Austerum is almost very clearly a military instruction, a guide, based on principles of combat, if anything. Like the Song of Bloodlines, it's more religiously inclined. You find that the Bellum is written by a man named Julianus Bala, a old imperial general, about almost a couple hundred years old, and it describes this concept of bleak war, and in relation to the worship of Shafed, an imperial deity. And it describes how the best way to prevent war and to prevent strife within any land is to eliminate the people who would cause it in the first place. It also tends to go into the concept that these ideas of rules of war and restraint and tolerance within combat only serves to inspire more war and strife. So those who dedicate themselves to this idea of bleak war should strive to destroy everything in their path. It also seems to explain this rather odd method of what it describes creating paladins of Shafed in order to uphold this concept of bleak war. The rest of the book seems to be more prayers to Shafed and other religious observations, and you try to connect this to the Song of Bloodlines, which is more based on the an interaction between an imperial saint, Tanara Bast, and King Konik himself. There doesn't seem to be a relation, but it is odd that both seem to be in the same styling, if anything.
Okay.
So, after you go through these two, and you start to move on to what Sam asks you for. Yeah, go ahead and roll me investigation, I guess.
Okay.
Elven supremacy, come on.
Nat 1.
Oh!
Damn. Okay. So after a little bit, you do try to piece together what imperial literature there is on the celestials and the like. Most have to do with the realm of Elysium, which is the imperial belief of the realm of the gods, where each god holds their own subdomain in Elysium, with Elysium being controlled overall by Slaughter. There is very little that talks about celestials because it explains that knowledge of Elysium is more or less hidden from mortals as a whole. So explanations of celestials are few and far between. There are some other fringe books that you find that explain that celestials are not in fact celestials, but rather creatures and individuals who have been exposed to a rather large amount of mutating energy emanating from Elysium or the dimensions that seem to orbit it. But otherwise, there's no real concrete evidence or explanation as to what these terms are. But that's done for those investigations. Is there anything else you'd like to do?
I'm gonna go to an alleyway outside with absolutely no one in it.
Okay.
For stone walls, and I'm going to fire a firebolt at said stone wall.
Okay.
All right. Then I'm gonna move about 10 feet to the right, and I'm gonna pull out the fire orb in my backpack.
Oh my god!
Oh
I'm
no.
gonna channel it and shoot another firebolt at the wall, and I'm gonna look at the size of the scorch marks.
Holy shit. He's a madman. He's a madman.
In the pursuit of science.
Roll me Arcana.
Okay.
I really hope you get an at one.
Oh no!
Oh! As you hold the orb and try to create a circuit with magical energy flowing through the orb and back through your hands, and out the other hand to fire a firebolt. There's a moment right before you fire where you can see the orb getting brighter and starting to vibrate, and you instinctively stop. As you stop channeling the energy, the orb starts to doesn't really seem to light up anymore. It seems that this is what you are about to do is probably very dangerous, and could result in a rather unfortunately sized projectile being launched, or possibly the orb itself shattering. You're not really sure, but you think, should I try this again? If you'd like to try it again, you can.
Not in a city.
The Tunguska and Ben was just... Yeah, he say fuck.
I'm gonna go ahead and put it back in my backpack.
Okay.
What is the Tunguska incident?
It's 1908 in the middle of Siberia. An absolutely massive meteor detonated over a forest. Yeah, leveling it for like miles.
Yeah, it basically vaporized like a whole section of the forest and became a holy site to the locals because they didn't know what the fuck it was. They thought it was like God touching Earth.
The blast was so powerful it created ripples in the earth, the same way a stone creates ripples in the water.
Fantastic. He was so excited about it too from the voice. I'm like, I'm gonna shoot the wall of this. I also said that I didn't say that's exactly what would happen.
Huh?
No, I'm gonna put my backpack for now. Let's go back. What?
No!
There's other elves here.
Listen to him. He's half-elf scum.
There's other elves here. I might kill them. They're not 333 yet. They don't need to die.
Okay. Alright. Alright, what else would you like to do?
I'm gonna go back to the room with Sam in it.
Yeah, okay. So, the rest of you, I think, are out doing the do, correct?
Not like that, but yes.
Okay. Scythe, did you go with them to go buy the winter gear?
No, I already have winter gear.
Do you?
I assumed that my extremely heavy furs would act fine. I mean, I am also...
Yeah, you know what? I'll give you that.
I am also a druid. There's no way I wouldn't have some already.
Okay, yeah, I'll give you that.
I think he's just sitting in the room with the Godstone waiting for us to get back.
staring at the box, and Sam is just staring at him.
Precious.
Just gnawing on the hardtack.
Okay. So you guys were just getting the winter gear. Is there anything else you guys were doing?
Cassian was gonna go talk with Miss Pharaoh.
Okay.
And I think Mizuno was trailing along, but Mizuno can do what
Yeah,
Mizuno wants to do.
I was actually going to see at the marketplace if I could get like a silver short sword or something of the like.
Or something to silver our weapons.
Yeah, okay. Give me 1 second. Thank you, Probot, for being really obnoxious. There we go. Okay. So, you do manage to find that winter gear at a, oh my god, please.
Yeah, man.
I'm getting fucking spammed. Sorry. You do manage to find the winter gear at an apparel store. Gathering up the different bits, it's not too difficult. It seems that you came just in time, as there are plenty of people in the city also trying to acquire some, heavier clothing for the winter coming in. Most seem to be merchants that, it might look like they're heading up north. Somebody, roll me a D100.
I'll do it. I brought you out here. I gotta be the one to take the risk.
$60.
Nice.
Or is it?
I wish it was 69. That'd be dope.
Oh, Jesus Christ, you fucking zoomer.
I was born in 99. Fuck off.
Okay. So, as you're walking through the city, you actually notice that there's a lot of, streamers and other,
oh god, there's
little,
TTVs everywhere. Fuck.
What?
There's TTV fucking gamer tags
Suddenly,
everywhere.
you see as Cassian falls over, somehow accidentally impaling himself on a blade that's just sticking up out of the ground. He's dead.
I will
continue.
I will find a character to break this campaign. I don't think I'd be valid. So, I just heard streamer and I was like, dude, TTV, fuck.
Hate you. Anyways.
To continue, there were streamers
You can
everywhere,
see-
like
you can see
decoration.
Yeah, and people are starting to build some, actual, decorations, other little, parade things, and stalls are at least being built. Some people are decorating their fronts of the stores as well.
Well, it looks like we can't really escape celebrations wherever we go.
So for
Suppose.
and noticing the kind of yellow coloring for Mizuno, you'd realize that this is they're actually reaching on Brewfest celebrations.
I kind of figured that out of character.
Yes, nice. Okay. It's about a week until it starts, or at least a little over a week, and people are preparing ahead of time to, celebrate the end of harvests and, the beginning of winter, if anything.
Brewfest is in the week, I believe.
I don't know about you, but I'd rather be in the warm than the cold.
Well, yeah, but that's why they have alcohol. It celebrates the end of the harvest.
I would rather not get warm by getting shit-faced.
That's the best way to get... Never mind. I find that very hard to believe, considering you wanted to challenge me, of all people, to a drinking contest.
No, I love drinking as much as the next person, but whenever I need that to feel any form of warmth, sort of, finding another way or being in a warm environment, I just don't like the cold.
Well, that's fair, I guess.
I grew up in a warm, humid environment. I very rarely entered a cold climate, unless I was hanging out with my aunt. But other than that, I'm not too big a fan of the cold.
Well, that's understandable, I suppose.
But let's go and get our gear before we go and have a nice little chat.
Hopefully, it's a nice little chat. All right.
So
Lead the way.
I guess we're gonna get our gear. I've already took the money out of my I added it and then got rid of it.
Nice. Okay, you're also so Corporal, you're looking for a silvered blade, right?
Yes.
Just a silvered short sword?
Silver short sword, or maybe a silver spear,
There's
or even a silver falcata.
Or anyone that can silver weapons. Or like silver, like the edge of it or whatever.
Okay. So, after a little bit of searching around and even in the marketplace, it's a little hard to find anybody willing to sell silvered weapons or, silver weapons. It isn't until you get back to the port area that you see a man, rather an armed man, setting up a small little stall, if anything. More of a equipment set up on a cloth. As he seems to be sitting on a barrel, smoking out of a pipe, waiting for people to come see his wares. You can see from a distance as the sun reflects off of it that most of the weapons and arms and armor that he's selling are silvered, as the light reflects off of them as such.
Ah, interesting. I'm gonna walk up to him. Good day, sir.
He takes a little short puff off of his pipe. Pipe.
Damn.
Good day to you.
Suppose those are silvered weapons.
That they are.
How much would you be charging for them? What do you have, actually? I should ask first.
As he kind of looks you up and down. What do you need it for?
I think there's an old saying, silver for monsters.
We're heading up north, and we may be encountering something not too friendly for us.
He's hold on. Second.
Dad?
Shut up. He kind of looks you both up and down. He just has this rather unsettling smile on his face.
Son.
And you've come to the right place, haven't you?
Suppose we have.
Oh.
I've got quite a few. What you need specifically?
I'm gonna unsheath my falcata and kind of... I doubt you have anything like this. This is kind of a marine weapon, but short sword, maybe a spear.
It's, before going there, what are you rolling insight for?
I want to see if this man has murdered a family or his own family. I don't like that smile
like
he has.
the type to walk into people's houses and take their things and they don't care.
He's gonna walk into people's houses at night and wreck up the place. There's definitely something off about this guy. He is either mentally unstable or just really, really, really excited for people to buy his stuff.
Oh, he's excited. Oh, okay, never mind. I was trying to build up to the fact of, is this Geralt?
Oh god. He you can see as he kind of grabs a blade off of the sheet and pulls it up from what you then realize is actually just a pile of silvered items. Well, you see, so he kind of spins it around a little bit. See, a short sword, real good for fighting in caves. Got anything coming at you at short range, you can't be swinging a long sword overhead, you're gonna get caught on the roof as he kind of like mimes swinging a blade in like an overhead style. This, and I'm sure you already know, real great for getting right in close and stabbing the fuckers right in the eye.
You sound like you have experience with that.
You can see as he smiles, and he has and taking a closer look, you can actually see he has silver teeth. Yes, I really do.
Okay, fair enough. Remind me to never go to you for LASIK surgery. What's
What?
LASIK?
Nothing. Can you silver weapons? Like, can you already make...
Well, not here. Got plenty to sell.
I was
If you want
asking...
me to silver something, you're gonna have to meet. You'd have to, well, see me outside of Grandeur, and I'm only here on business. Well, for a short time, that is.
That didn't sound ominous as fuck at all.
Well, that's a shame, because as much as I would like a silver weapon, this seems very unique, and I'll pull out the hilt as the sword is, like, folded in, and then I'll spin it out and grab it. Like, once the blade is fully out.
Okay. So he kind of, what if I take a look at that? As he kind of proffers his head, puts his hand out.
Cool.
You can see he's inspecting the blade a little bit, and he kind of pulls out a little magnifying eyepiece out of his pocket, and as he starts taking a closer look at, like, you can as he looking at the joints and other pieces. Well, okay, so silvering this might be a little difficult. You see, as he starts miming the folding motion, you see how it's fitting just about perfectly back into itself, yeah?
Yes.
See, that's required for the actual folding motion. If I were to silver the blade, it would make the blade just a little thicker. And that might be a problem. You might have to replace the blade entirely with something with the thinner core, but with a larger silver covering. I mean, that wouldn't be too much of a problem. You would actually need to go see a silversmith instead of a blacksmith. As he starts thinking on it. Well, if you ever find yourself back in Grand Austin, I'd love to take a look at it.
I'll think about that, and I'll grab my blade and spin it back and fold it back into place and put it back on my belt.
Well, in the meantime, as he still has a silver sword short in hand, this is just about as good, if anything, on the length. Real great for, and he's kind of mimes stabbing something in the face. Stabbing something in the face.
Right. How about this?
How much?
Oh, go ahead, Mizuno.
I apologize. How much would that be for?
Silvering's expensive, difficult, and maintaining the actual strength of the blade is hard. So, this little piece right here is about 120 gold.
Alrighty. But continue, Cassian.
I was asking, do you have any arrows or crossbow bolts I can trade for silvered ones?
Silvered heads, huh? As he turns around a little bit on the barrel, and you can see that there's another large bag behind him. Well, I've got some arrows here. Not many. Unfortunately, someone bought me out earlier. So he pulls out a quiver. I've got about 40 arrows.
40 silvered ones, yes?
Yes.
What if I can match you plus more, so that way you have more product?
This kind of gives you an odd look. What do you mean?
I recently bought a surplus of arrows that, considering where we're going, I could use a mix of both regular and silvered. So how about I give you a little bit more than what you're giving me, so that way you still have the same, but if more, add to your stock.
I'm gonna have to decline. I mean, these are arrows. I get my arrows back in my workshop. And I'll silver them there. Not necessarily in the need for them.
Well,
but I do buy silver.
Well, how much are the silvered arrows then?
He's thinking, well, I brought these to sell in a batch. So for about 40 of them, he kind of sits on it for a little bit. Let's say about 25 gold. I don't really have a price for these right now.
Yeah, I can do that. Sure, why not?
I think I'll buy that short sword. It might come in handy.
Yeah, sounds good.
120, you said, right?
Mm-hmm.
Alrighty, here you are.
Okay. See, kind of looks at you again. Well, is there anything else I need?
Not that I can think of now.
Nope, I think I'm all set, thank you.
Well then, if you ever happen to see me again, Gaius Kelsus, I have a workshop in Grand Austin.
Alrighty, Mizuno, and this would be?
Cassian.
Oh, well, nice to meet you.
Hi. Same to you, my friend.
Alright. Let's head to have a little chat with Mr. Farrow.
Right.
Unless you want to go back.
I'll keep with you.
Alright.
Oh, give me 1 second, guys. Call.
While we're in the middle of that call, hey man, this stream is not sponsored by anyone because we're fucking broke and no one watches. But that could change. Who knows?
For just 25 cents.
You too can change the life of a small boy named Six.
trying to become an entertainer of some kind. He has not specified how or what type of entertainer, but somehow.
Clearly, the worst kind.
Oh, of course.
Alright. Give me like 5 minutes. I will be right back.
Fucking bitch.
No.
Stop going AFK. We get bored too easily.
Well, it's not my fault.
It's your fault because you're going AFK. Stop going AFK.
Don't be a bitch. Anyways, okay. So where did we leave off again?
We defeated the dragon. You were about to give
no,
us a lot of
fucking,
really?
no, fucking,
Too bad Mizuno died in the process.
Cassian and Mizuno, we're about to head over to, talk with Mr. Farrow, but if anyone else wanted to do anything before that, please speak now,
Yes.
forever hold your peace.
Okay. The rest of you guys.
I'm guarding my box from this strange mossy man.
I'm assuming Clank is still in his room.
And Clank is still fucking dead.
Clank is getting the blowjob.
From who?
What?
From what?
Maybe he's giving it. I don't know. Royal
To
isn't here. We
who?
can say whatever. We can say whatever we want.
No,
He's
we
not
can't.
here.
No, we can't.
Works.
We're stopping on
it's canon.
canonicity. No, we're not.
Yes, it's
Okay.
canon.
Anyways.
He went to a glory hole.
That's...
Non-canon. Anyway.
disgusting.
He
Anyways.
has yet to make penis into robot, so he cannot have done that.
Okay,
Close
moving
it,
on.
I'm scared. I need an adult.
Well, you bitches. Okay. So, after a while, after a little bit of traveling, you managed to get back to Lascar's trading house. And, oddly enough, for once, Mr. Farrow isn't behind the desk, but the door is unlocked. My god, those kittens got louder.
Yeah. The fuck.
They didn't like that you said door was unlocked.
Sam, is there any way you can put yourself like a push to talk? Oh, I think that worked. Thank you.
Yep.
Okay.
So we walked in.
replace
Mr.
the
Farrow's
kittens.
not behind the desk.
He's not. The door is unlocked, which is odd.
Mizuno, keep an eye on the front door, and I'm gonna hop over the desk. And I guess
Okay.
investigate. Was Mr. Farrow here? Was someone here? Is there signs of someone being here? Signs of a struggle? What?
Good. Okay. Roll me investigation. Okay, you're pretty sure that someone was here. At least someone was recently writing it. As you look at a book, the book that's on the table, and you can see that some of the ink is still a little wet. At least it hasn't completely dried. As you take a closer look, you actually notice that this isn't actually even uncommon. It's also, once again, some odd either coded or shorthand.
Thieves can't, I'm assuming.
It is not. Most of it is symbol based, and it's really odd. They're ideograms, if anything.
So it's the code book.
Yeah, or at the very least, a journal, at least some sort of journal that's been written in code. Yeah.
Okay. I'm going to take a mental note of that. Is there anything else here that's of note? Anything else besides that code book?
That is the most unique. Everything else seems to be written in standard common. It seems to be, ledgers and the like, comings and goings of different people. But nothing specifically sticks out to you. If you'd like to look at any of the ledgers, you can. But there's nothing specifically unique other than the book itself. You get the impression that Mr. Farrow tries to keep everything, a lot of the more sensitive items on his person.
Mm-hmm. So, is there any other places I can go past behind his desk?
Not really. At least not in this section of the office. There is a staircase that leads upwards, but the consulis has been up there before. You can't necessarily hear anybody yet, but you haven't ever checked up there before.
I'm gonna look at Mizuno and whisper, "Stay there." I'm gonna go see what's going on upstairs.
I'm gonna shrug and just kind of fold up my arm.
I'm gonna tiptoe up the stairs.
Gotcha.
I have no Jordan, so I can't tiptoe in those.
So you fall down the stairs and die immediately. Anyways, so you sneak up the stairs and you put your ear towards the door. That's a little bit beyond. You can't hear anybody in there, and there doesn't seem to be anybody in the building. You're pretty sure that no one's here, or at the very least, if someone's in the next room, they're being very quiet.
Is the door locked?
Trying the door a little bit, yes, it is locked.
Well, you know what time it is. Fucking, where's it at? Fuck. Doesn't work.
It seems, as you try to get through the lock, it seems just a little bit beyond your skill set. It's a very well-made lock, and whoever's behind this door is probably pretty well protected.
Is there any? If this, I'm guessing this doorway is like at the top of a stair, right? It's not
Yes,
like
it is.
it doesn't go up to a stair and then platform off.
It's basically there's a little bit of a walkway. Like a few people could stand like right in front of the door. But it is pretty much right in the top of the stairs. Yeah.
Mizuno, we need your help here. Just hop over the desk. Come here.
I'm gonna not hop over this and walk around and go to her. What do you need?
I'm gonna knock on the door.
Wait, why isn't that in? Can other people read that?
Yeah,
Yes.
we can.
Why the hell is it not in the right language?
Because you're not.
You need to be on the world map and do it.
What the fuck?
Yeah. Well, you can just click on the world map and go. Yeah. So, it's not really. It's not behind the desk. It's in front of the staircase is in front of the desk. This is the picture itself.
Oh yeah. You're good. Okay, yeah. So we're looking from behind it. Okay, but yeah, I'm gonna bring Mizuno up. I'm gonna knock on the door.
As you knock on the door, there isn't any sort of response. You're fairly certain that no one's here.
Or
I don't think anybody's here.
Yeah, that wouldn't make any sense. Yeah, if we have to pay for it later, we can. But I want to get in through this door. Fucking help me push it open. We'll break the lock.
Are you sure that's a very wise idea?
Nothing we ever do is wise.
Yeah, but that's just stupid.
You can either help me or we're gonna be here all day while I'm trying to kick open this door. Because I got a feeling something else is at foot here.
I mean...
Okay, how about this? Let's compromise. Let's go back downstairs and wait 30 minutes. If no one comes back, and I mean anyone, we go up, break down the door.
Against my better judgment, why the hell not?
Alright. We're gonna go downstairs and wait 30 minutes. See if anyone comes back.
After a few minutes of just waiting in the room, you almost start to relegate it to no one's arriving. Someone's just left it here. Before the door starts to open.
The front door or the upstairs door?
The front door. Front
Okay.
door. Interestingly, interesting as it is, Mr. Farrow walks to the door. He's seems to be carrying some extra books and what I would only describe as like a clipboard of sorts with a candle placed onto the top. So he straightens out his clothes a little bit and just observes you for a second.
Hello there. Need a hand there?
No, I've got everything quite under control. It's interesting seeing you folk here.
Yes, remember I wanted to have that chat with you.
Yes, I do remember. However, as he continues towards his desk and he raises up the part of the kind of folding part of the table that lets him through, and he starts putting away some books. I am afraid you came during an inopportune time.
And that would be?
Well, I'm already quite engaged. As he's putting away the books, he heads back to the other side of the desk, and you can see as he starts climbing up the stairs.
Mr. Farrow, if we don't have this talk now, we won't have this talk again.
Yes, I suppose we wouldn't. As he, you can see as he just knocks on the door upstairs, and there's a little bit of a pause, and then you hear the door open. You see as Mr. Farrow walks back down the stairs, and you could hear a very heavy tread behind him. As what you can only describe as a man just covered head to toe in plate armor, covered in soot and ash, with this rather odd amount of ash kind of dripping off of his shoulders, or dripping and falling, really. So Mr. Farrow gets down the stairs and kind of gives the man a nod, then looks back over to you. As you can see, I've already made an appointment. Well, as he then looks at a series of candles in the back. If you are free later tonight, I suppose we can have that discussion, but at the moment, I'm quite engaged, as one would say.
This was the last time I'm putting this talk off, Mr. Farrow.
Yes, I suppose it is.
I'll be coming back later tonight after dusk. Please.
Yes.
Keep that time slot open. I won't be asking again, and I'll turn on my heel and walk out the front door.
Is it your goal to get your character killed, or
there's as you're walking out, you can definitely feel the man in the plate armor staring at you. It's not exactly malicious, but it is bone chilling.
I'm just kind of like standing there, looking at both of you, just kind of diss each other. You walking off, and me just shaking my head and shrugging my shoulders and walking.
Malacca.
Oh, Malacca.
Farrow heads back to the desk, and you can see he's just gone back to tending to some of the books there. The man in the plate armor is just staring at you two as you're exiting, and there's definitely something beyond the way he just looks at people. It's like being caught out in the cold, and it is very uncomfortable.
No, I won't know. Never mind.
What are you trying to...
I was trying to get an idea of if he was sizing us up, or if there was anything deeper behind that look, but I won't know. It's 8.
Yeah, it's very confusing. This isn't like anything that you would have expected from somebody.
Yeah.
There's definitely something more to it, you just don't know what it is.
Gotcha.
I'm gonna smugly look over to Cassian. Glad he didn't kick down the door now, dumbass.
You think I care if he was behind the door? Mizuno, I
Yeah,
think.
you.
Okay, you just answered my question.
Mizuno, let me go ahead and give you an idea of my thought process. I don't live in fear because the worst thing that could have ever possibly happened to me has already happened to me. That's why I don't shake easily under the reputation of a Mr. Pharaoh or whoever that was in the plate armor.
Interesting.
There's nothing that they can do that's worse than what I've already been through.
I understand.
So,
At least I suppose.
I guess we're gonna go back to the salty spray. I'll see if Jorn can get a hold of me through the telehedron, and if not, I guess we'll try and stop by tomorrow before we head out.
All right. Sounds good to me.
Okay. One second. All right.
I'm gonna laugh when you die, just so you know.
I'm gonna laugh when
you
all
make
that
it-
dies before Cassian, bro. I'm just gonna.
Oh my god.
let it go.
All right. As you guys make your way back to the salty spray, you can see Torum is at this point entertaining quite a few people. Give me 1 second. Holy shit! Please, Probot. I asked for so little.
If Probot's giving you problems, try Me6. Me6 is still up and using and still doing music.
Oh, really? Okay, I didn't know that. Right.
I figured that out today, because in my D&D, I'm trying to do something where there's music playing, and then there's there's like background noise playing, and then there's a song going on in the background.
Gotcha. Alright. So, you can see that there's quite a few people in the inn now. And they're a little bit more different than you expect. They're definitely not the standard inn patrons. You get the feeling that a lot of these are, mercenaries, adventurers of the like. Some even more of interesting looks than others. And you can see a rather wide variety of races in here as well. So they still have, so it's the people walking back in, that is Cassian and Mizuno only, right?
I believe so. Yeah, I think we're the only ones outside. So I think Isse came back earlier.
Yeah. Okay. Walking back up the stairs, you can definitely smell just horrific ale spilled all over the place. You start to get the picture of what Jordan meant when he said this isn't necessarily the cleanest of locations.
Yeah.
And it's afterwards you get back in the room. You see Isse. God, Scythe, tell me how to pronounce the character's name again. Dara. You see Isse, Dara, and Sam, all sitting in the room, kind of around the box, with Dara's hand very slowly, kind of creeping towards the box.
What I'll do is I want to see that. I'll throw. Well, actually, he already has his winter gear, but I'll throw him an extra pelt to where his hand will catch it. Kind of knock him back from the box. Yeah, everyone else take your winter gear.
Snatch
Come on.
it up and he's gonna snatch it up and sniff it. What animal is this from?
I'm not sure at all.
It's probably from his sheep.
Sheep, deer, bear. One of the three.
Well, wool is usually made out of sheep hair, but
Oh, is it a wool is it a wool jacket or a fur?
I don't fucking
that's
know,
what I was
dude.
assuming.
It would be more of a it would be a wool interior, kind of a jacket. There's definitely it's definitely like a stitched leather.
Oh, and you're
Patchwork.
gonna sniff it. These was sewn together with metal. Get it away from me!
Well, if you want, you can throw it out the window, but that's your part of the gear that I grabbed.
It could always have been sewn together with a bone nut. Needle.
But
I will keep it in my bag in case it is too cold for my own clothes.
has anything happened while we were gone?
I finished the food you gave me.
Well, that's good.
Anything else, Sam? Isse?
Sorry, I missed that.
I was asking if anything eventful happened, anything that we should know about.
No, just I should say our new friend tempting fate with me.
I'd say that we're all tempting fate, but fair enough. I'm going to be going on my own later on tonight to have that talk with Mr. Pharaoh. Apparently
You're still trying to have that talk with him?
Yeah,
isn't that what you went there for earlier?
Yeah, but apparently he was occupied with someone in plate armor who looked like he just came out of a volcano or a forest fire.
I was going to say a library fire.
Or that. But also, something interesting. Seems like there was a type of code book Mr. Pharaoh was writing in.
A code book?
Something, and I'll take a spare piece of paper from my book. And I'll write what symbols I can remember. I'll show like the rest of the group.
You rolled. What was your investigation roll?
16.
16, right? Okay. So, most of the symbols don't really come out to you, to anyone really. But for Isse,
oh, damn it!
Don't be it. Anyways, for Isse,
why do I always fail on these checks?
One of the symbols actually is very familiar. It was something you've seen in the Bella Mosterum. It specifically has to refers to something called the Ash Wake, which was a blessing of sorts given to Bleakwalkers. There's definitely something related to Mr. Pharaoh and Bleakwalkers.
I know
it
that.
seems Mr. Pharaoh has a tie to my research.
Is that so?
Interesting.
Yes, one of those runes you've written out there specifically refers to Bleakwalkers.
Weren't we learning about those in the Undercroft? I believe we did.
Yes.
You went real Waluigi there for a second. It caught me off guard. Fuck. Well, seems like we have more to question Mr. Pharaoh about. But I'm not going to ask anyone to come with me on that talk because I'm going to be honest. It probably won't be a very entertaining one. Basically, once we're done with this job with Sam, our tenure as indentured servants to House of Scars will be at an end, whether they want it or not. We're fine with doing jobs with them, but I'm not fine with the rest of us not getting properly paid for the blood, sweat, and tears that we put in through all of this. Not to mention, I don't like being underneath someone's boot. But
the meeting went over very well, if you couldn't tell.
There was no meeting at all.
Seems to me that you didn't have a meeting at all.
Exactly.
That was a joke.
Regardless, it seems like now we can, well, question, should we try and get any info that we can out of Mr. Pharaoh in regards to the Bleakwalkers? Are we pulling that string yet?
What were you going to ask him anyway?
I wasn't going to ask him anything. I was telling him after this job for the Black Fort, with Sam, we are done underneath their tenure as indentured servants. The debt is paid. Again, whether they want it or not, I'm not going to have us underneath the boot of another house.
Right.
Unless you all would like to stay as indentured servants to someone who didn't even, give us a choice on whether or not we wanted to work for them.
I'm sorry, I missed the... How do we get out from underneath their boot?
I was saying that I wasn't going to ask how we got, or I wasn't going to ask after this job for the Black Fort that our debt is paid. I was just saying after this job we are done, whether they want us to be done or not.
Pardon my offense, but you seem really cut up about this.
Yes. Because if we keep doing these jobs efficiently, and we keep doing them to a point where it keeps benefiting House of Scars, they aren't going to want to let us off the leash. They're not going to want to let us go. And
then we'll
personally,
just leave.
That's what I'm trying to say to Mr. Farrow. After this job, we're done. If they want to hire us back for more pay, sure. But we are not. We are still technically indentured servants. Borderline slavery. And I don't know about you all, but I want to go home sometime. And they are not the avenue for me to go home.
I kind of glance over to the box. Well, with that all that in there, I don't think we're going to be going home anytime soon.
I know. But I would rather cut off any loose ends than let them get worse and more gnarled. So
Right.
does anyone have any say against telling Mr. Farrow to stop trying to give us jobs if they're not going to hire us properly? Saying that we're done and that the debt's filled?
I know not who this is.
You don't need to know. All you need to know is that because of him, one of our compatriots died during one of their contracts that they had to go out on. So, I'm assuming since I'm hearing nothing that we're all in agreement, yes?
Yes.
Alright.
So, you can kind of hear kind of a muffled, "Anyone here? Oh, yeah, right? Yeah, I'm good, yeah." As,
Someone coming.
We can hear them.
you can
stand bolt upright with a...
You can hear just this loud thud around against the, I wasn't deep enough, against the door, and he's like, "God, that blasted." Okay, you can hear someone's fiddling with the latch trying to open the door.
I'm gonna unlock it and pull the door. Yes?
And as you open the door, you look, it's Augustus. Who is not wearing his armor anymore, but seems to be wearing rather common clothes that are also drenched. And I'm sure you can guess what it is, as he has a mug in one hand.
What time of day is it?
What's up?
What time of day is it?
It's about 9 a.m.
Oh.
Augustus.
Hi.
Are you hammered?
Actually, no.
Surprisingly, no.
Yeah, right?
Who is this?
A little... What's up with the, why is there a small bear in here?
We seem to have allowed a wild animal into our rooms.
Yeah, why?
He ended up smelling the godstone.
Okay, but why would you put a wild animal in the room?
I am not an animal.
Oh, it's an actual person!
Yes, it's a human being, Augustus.
Well, don't look at me like that. He said, as he points over to you,
know.
he said it was a wild animal
no,
too.
Isse thinks anyone that's not partially elf is an animal.
That's true.
So,
but still.
Look, just come here and I'm gonna close the door. So, here's what we've decided. We are going to take our chances and meet in Fairmount with an army that Sam has sent for to meet us in a village on the borders of the Kingdom of Fairmount. We've already gotten our winter gear. I assume that you have some of your own.
Oh, my armor's fine.
Okay. Now, I have one question for you personally.
Mm-hmm.
I know that you said that you were a knight of Kettenborough, correct?
Born and raised.
So, I assume you know about the Legion and the inner turmoil going on in Grand Montaigne right now.
Oh, well, yes, I guess. That's a little bit. Go on.
Where do your allegiances lie in regards to that?
That's.
If you don't mind me asking.
I mean, it's simple to. I think it's just a little too simplified to assume that anyone has any of the night houses have any strict allegiances. None of us are probably going to fight, to say the least. But who knows? I mean, I have no interest in the situation. If it boils over, then I'm sure I'll be called back by the Lord Militant. But at the moment, I have no connection.
Right. I'm asking because last time we were there, things started getting tense after the vote went through. And
Yeah, I understand. Kettenborough's some would call us hedge knights, I suppose. Not exactly the most connected to landed titles, so to speak.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Well, but our plan, I'm going to bring you over to the map, is we meet up with the army in Fairmount, and settle
Hold on, why is there an army involved?
Because Sam sent a
There's
messenger.
there's not an army. I called
knights.
forth a couple of my royal knights.
Yeah.
Okay, alright.
Pretty much a small army, if you ask me.
No. I wouldn't deploy my army because that would be very noticeable.
Well, of course, but you know what I mean.
And I don't have the approval to do that.
Bad wording on my part. Regardless, Sam sent ahead a messenger for Royal Knights to meet with us at the very edge of this village here. We need to settle some business in the Black Fort, as well as Sam needs to settle some business in Fairmount. After that, we are going back, and we haven't decided on whether or not we're going to take the roads to Belagost and hiking through the mountains, or if we're going to go through Venatori territory and head straight to Novigrad.
Okay.
Or take a boat from Grand Huron to Mizuno. What was where you wanted to go?
Akala.
Well, okay. To be clear, as he kind of points out, this is not this is not Venatori territory. There's a lot of bandits, and I'm sure some of them have Venatori masks, but they don't. So he kind of thinks like that's the roads. They're defended roads.
Well, that's the thing. Mr. Pharaoh took interest in it last time when we brought up that they were carrying siege weapons and such and so forth, and he actually asked us to look into it, specifically in that area here.
Well, that's fair, but I'm also thinking about it. This is a list. I'm guessing trading convoys got raided.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. See, as he kind of points out, you see my point here. If they're raiding Lascaris convoys, then they're probably looking for. So there's a moment where he stops. You still have that old box on you, right? Where you have the Godstone?
We already transferred it to the new box. But
Have it,
yes.
Do you still have where's the box? Can I see it?
It's sitting over here in the corner.
So he walks over to the box and looks it over as he starts. This is a little bit of a surprise. I was like, did none of you notice this?
Notice what?
As he points it over to you, and there's a symbol on there with a like a golden fleur and then and a shield, and at the top it's inscribed Lascaris Trading Company.
Oh, Malaka.
So wait, hold on. Does that mean that the Lascaris had the Godstone?
Well, I mean, if it's one of them, where did you find this?
That was, I believe, in
a war camp.
Okay, this is the stupidest thing I have ever heard. All right.
So, correct me if I'm wrong. When we were leaving Clermont-Tonnerre, there was a Kozra war camp that had a Lascaris trading crate filled with Godstone.
Well, okay, to be fair, it could be in the war camp because the Cosmo could have just stolen it.
I know.
But that's hilarious. Okay, so you kind of... So, House of Scaris is pretty popular for the fact that they've sold just about everything under the sun. So, if this got taken from, let's say, the roots to Grand Austin, and they were probably selling it to the Honorata, that means there's more of it there. Okay.
No,
That's
come to
fun.
think about it, Clermont-Tonnerre is where we first encountered those skullbearer beasts.
And then we found them back underneath the Orsini house. And not only that, but a flaming tornado named Imix.
Well, yeah, I was there for that.
I know you were there for that, but I'm restating. This is just... this hurts. This hurts my head. I don't know who is the good guy and who is the bad guy here.
I don't think it's... As he kind of looks at it, it's probably not going to be that simple.
I know it's not that simple, but... fuck.
Why did you say this is fun?
How often do you see this level of intrigue anywhere? But, well, as I was saying...
There's a lot of
so what might have happened?
Pull.
You know what I bet happened as he kind of like is looking the box out? Some dwarven smuggling group probably took it from the Weirdstone, brought it down here. House Lascaris bought it for dirt cheap and then sold it for selling it to the Honorata for a massive amount. And that's more. See, it kind of looks. This is the stupidest thing I have ever seen.
Sounds like a bigger deal than the crate of stone we already have.
It compounds on it. That's probably where that crate also came from at the same time. If the Venatori are raiding Lascaris convoys, then they know House Lascaris has the Godstone. And, instead of getting their own professional guard, and since they're a noble house, they could call upon legionary support, they probably asked you to check it out.
Wait a minute,
because Godstone is very illegal.
That's why Mr. Farrow quickly retracted that offer to look into the Venatori, because he didn't want us to know that they had Godstone. Oh, now it's tying together. That has to be the only reason he retracted the order.
Interesting.
This motherfucker.
In other words, he could have just about got us to take the fall for it.
Exactly.
I don't know about that.
No, because to give you kind of an idea of our situation, everyone here besides Sam and the small bear person is technically underneath House of Sky service by force. We were all found on a ship, and they told us either you come and work for us, or you swim back to shore.
So, don't get mad. Well, hold on. You didn't say yes to that.
I'm not guaranteeing anything.
A cucumber.
Well, then I don't want to say it.
Just say it, you fucker. Just say it.
Because
I'm gonna get more mad if you don't say it. Just say it.
Well, just say you won't get mad.
I won't get mad.
So, when I was out, and this is what I recently came back from, and as you can see, as he kind of like looks over, the clothes of a drunk, oddly enough, lets you get places. The night outfit doesn't really work out so well. And it's good when the people you're meeting know what you look like. So, I did go to the trading house earlier today.
Alright.
Funny, we were just there.
Yeah, we were.
Wait, really?
Yeah, what time did you go to the trading house?
Very early. It was actually kind of one of the first things that I did.
That's probably why we miss you.
Who are you meeting with?
So again, I said I would say it if you said you won't get mad.
I won't get mad, just say it.
Okay, I was meeting with Mr. Farrow.
Oh, you fucker.
What did you said you wouldn't get mad?
Why?
Okay.
What was the reasoning for meeting with him?
It was a mix of things. You see, remember I told you I had to give a little message from the Lord Militant.
Yes, I get that, but I'm assuming there's more.
So, see, I was just discussing what I was bringing him, and we got to discussing, well, okay, so we got to discussing your whole situation and how I met up with you folk, and I discussed some interesting events, and and I asked him how he enjoyed the Orsini, the ball if he went, because the Consulis was there, yes?
Yes, he was there.
Well, you see, he said the ball was rather enjoyable, but it was the information he got from what happened underneath it was much more interesting, and I thought, oh, okay, that makes sense. He's someone who's informed, and I'm sure that the guards there could be bribed, right? That's not, like, out of the norm. So he didn't know we were there?
Mm-hmm.
And I may have told him that.
What?
Well, because I thought he already knew!
So, he knows that we know about the Godstone. Not only that, how much of it did you tell him?
Well, I just told him that was, it was a very strenuous activity.
So you didn't tell
dealing
him
with
what
was happening down there. And
did you tell him what we found?
Well, no, but he did mention something about interesting materials, so I'm sure he already knows.
Motherfucker.
Oh no.
So why are we
telling the strenuous activity because you were attempting to extort money?
No.
I demand the speaking stick.
Well, at least let me finish the thing.
Why are we still here if this one has already divulged the information that we've been?
Because we just learned.
Secret.
Yeah, we just heard about it.
Shush! It's story time.
I guess just continue on. I know there's more.
Okay, so I learned a few things. One, there's bleak walkers in the city.
Huh?
Yeah, there's
that
bleak
must
walkers
have
in the
been.
city.
Quick question.
Actually,
what do they look like?
I guess it depends.
Big plate armor, ash sootin looking.
I mean, that fits. That fits.
Okay. Well, yeah. We just I squared up with the Bleak Walker in the trading house. That was interesting.
Oh, good.
Great.
So when can I have your stuff when you die?
Bold of you
we
to
need
assume.
to leave then.
Yeah, bold of you to assume that I'm going to die anytime soon, friend.
Bold of you assume that you would. Anyways, sorry. Before we continue, Corporal, you were asking something.
I was going to ask out of character, did we know that was a Bleak Walker?
No, you'd never seen one before.
Okay. Because I know that it had been brought up and I wasn't certain, but...
How many Bleak Walkers are in the city, and what's their goal? Why are they here?
Oh, they were hired.
Why?
I'm not sure. There's a Red Company caravan right outside the city. So, I don't know. I don't know. I heard they were hiring more people. Bleak Walkers are a good hire, if anything, if you want everything dead. I have no idea. I was hoping you guys would know more about that. But anyways...
hold on.
Continue.
Do you think Mr. Pharaoh might have hired these Bleak Walkers on the low through a third party to get rid of us because we know about the Godstone now?
Oh, no, I really doubt that. Because...
There was mention of Bleak Walkers in his ledger, apparently.
I mean, he might have hired them, but I don't know if he hired them to kill you, because he did get very interested by the fact that you might have dealt with what was underneath there, and I might have given him the idea of maybe extending the contract. He kind of looks very nervous at this point. He's kind of looking away. Hey, it wasn't intentional!
No,
I didn't tell him to do it!
Let me finish. You told him to extend our
No,
contract.
that's not what I meant. That's not what I said. What I said is that you were pretty good at dealing with difficult situations.
You know, that's like the third time that I've heard that today.
I know. I don't know if that's a good thing. Look, regardless. So, how did Mr. Pharaoh take that?
He seemed interested and started writing stuff down.
Motherfucker.
And I can't read what's in there.
I got a bad feeling about all this.
The one being negative now?
Well,
Mizuno,
okay.
I don't want to hit. Look, regardless. So.
I'm sure it's not that bad.
Well, I'm supposed to be having a talk with Mr. Pharaoh later on tonight after dusk.
Okay, so this is very bad.
No, because I arranged the talk.
Wow, okay. Either you are a certain kind of stupid, or this is actually going to be good. Hopefully, it's the latter.
You know, I tried to tell him this, but he gave me a big spiel about something.
It could work in our favor because we have information that Mr. Pharaoh may or may not want us leaking out. Not only that, we are very effective at doing our jobs, whether we know things that he doesn't want us to know or not.
Right. Now, before we go on to more about that,
after us.
Before we go on more about that, Cassian, how many assets do you own, and do you have a will currently?
I have to.
Okay, let me go ahead and lay it out for you. I'm the heir to a kingdom in a foreign country.
You can see him like actually grabbing a little bit of charcoal and starting to
with
write
a girlfriend
down
at home
part of the map.
waiting for me. My siblings also waiting for me, as well as my aunt, my mother, and a whole legion of soldiers who specifically answer to our family. I don't think you'll be able to claim any of those assets, my friend.
I think that's 16 times now.
Watch me.
I'm gonna.
So, if you had to put a gold value on it as he looks over to you,
about 700,000.
Okay, so, okay.
Regardless, Mr. Pharaoh is probably not going to try and excommunicado us here yet.
I'm really mad that none of you were looking at the bottom of the map.
Oh, were you writing it? Stop, soldier. I said 700,000, not 70.
I know.
God.
But I didn't believe you.
You say this now. Look. You all may think I'm stupid for not being afraid of the whole situation, but...
Very.
Given...
Well, I mean, it's not exactly like... I'm not saying, piss yourself. I'm just saying a healthy fear of being stabbed in the mouth is appropriate.
I had a healthy fear of me not being born once my father told me that he had to stop the world from being eternal night as well as fighting an army of demons. If my father can do that, who is a regular human who came from the slums, I could probably deal with a couple bleak walkers.
Right. But hear me out. He stayed alive.
I'm going to twist your fucking
as he kind of like waves his hand in front of you. So hear me out. He did that by being afraid of being stabbed by demons so he could continue to kill demons. Yes? Is that a logical statement?
Cassian just painting the ridge of his nose. Just like how sex is now.
But you see what I mean?
This is true. You have to not be stabbed by demons to continue to live and stab demons.
Yeah, see? The elf gets it.
We can agree that fear, quote unquote, can motivate us.
It makes no goddamn sense. It's just a circular bullshit.
Can motivate us to push through and not get stabbed by them again. Now, my point is, now we do need to have a discussion with Mr. Pharaoh.
Absolutely not.
What do you mean?
Well, I mean, at this point, it's probably better if we all go.
Exactly. Because Mr. Pharaoh already knows that we know about the Godstone.
Well, hold on. He could... Well, that's not true.
You said it yourself.
Exactly.
You said it yourself. He's a powerful man that can get resources easily and
right.
people, which means it's not out of the realm of impossibility of him being able to slaughter all of us in the middle of the night.
I don't.
Right.
I'd like to say I don't think he would kill his at least one of his best goon squads. I just want to put that out there.
Exactly.
We are too good at our fucking job. That's what I'm saying. I don't know why you all are pissing your pants here.
Well, I mean, you also could just be, cost effective.
I'll have you know, my pants are rather dry.
I know, Isse. You're a perfect fucking high elf. I get it.
You're also assuming that he thinks we have absolute loyalty to him.
Oh, he knows that we don't.
Well, how about, like... And as he kind of points... God damn it, Scythe, I keep forgetting how to pronounce the character's name.
Dara.
Thank
Dara,
you.
okay. I keep... I don't know. As he points over to Dara. We have that thing! Person.
It's a
So you
male
say.
human. Male
Well, I mean,
human.
Supposedly.
I didn't know he was. Yeah, exactly.
I know, but regardless.
Well, hold on, what can you do? See, kind
He
of
shape shifts.
Really?
He
Yes.
broke my door as a shark.
He did. Mini shock. Look at the mending.
I'm still not sure he's actually human.
So, why a shark?
Why not?
He's still looking at Dara. Hey! So waves in front of his face. Why a shark?
A shark.
That's what you turned into. When you broke down the door and I had to pay 10 gold to compensate for the door.
So we thought it would be funny.
I like this man.
Well, okay, no, that's not my point. My point is, why a shark? Like, why not something else?
It worked, didn't it? And
Well, I get that, but I mean, you could have been like a bear or something. I also could not be getting a call right now, but I am. Oh my God, hold on.
Holy fuck, you have a phone, Augustus?
The
It's
fuck's
the
a
Tilly.
cell phone?
The episode where fucking Cassian died.
The episode where
Part
Cassian... The episode where Cassian feels like Aldak. What the fuck? My head
Jesus
hurts.
Christ.
My head hurts.
You will never know how all that feels, Cassian.
Yes, I will.
You will never know how it feels to be in your home watching a library burn to the ground because your pyromaniac friends decided, wooden library with books, fire good.
To be fair,
And
we
then,
didn't...
and then the mechanically challenged robot sits there watching the flames rise around in the library go, I'm going to add on to that now.
To be fair,
You will
the
never know how I
the Skull Bears started it. We finished it. Okay? Well, who knows? You guys might end up going to my home. You don't know.
Oh, I hope I do.
First thing he's gonna do, find the library and burn it.
God.
Revengeance.
This is how wars start.
No, I'm
Wars have
focusing
been
it on
fought
the
over
wrong
less.
person. It needs to be Isse's because he's the one who started it. And then I need to I have a checklist, damn it. I have a list. I need to burn down Isse's library that he holds near and dear. And then I need to go to the factory that Clank was made at, rip out a cogwheel from one of the machines and wave it in front of him like, haha, I got your fucking wheel.
Your wheel.
And then keep it away from him.
Okay, well, who else is left on that list?
No one, because no one else did anything.
Hooray!
God.
Sam tried to keep people alive. Corporal tried to kill the fucking thing. Cassian,
I also tried to kill the fucking thing.
You helped try to kill it. So,
Fuck you.
I mean, you can be put on the shit list if you want to.
Apparently, I'm already on your shit list.
No,
Apparently, I'm already on it.
oh,
You're gonna
Like
burn
you're
down
gonna-
You're gonna burn down the library to my fucking kingdom, dog. Thank you.
Slightly regretting the idea of giving this group asylum.
I don't even think I'd be able to give you guys asylum.
I'm talking about Fairmount giving you asylum.
Oh,
Where the hell are you
Get
from
got.
again?
every time I say you always keep count, so fuck you. I will ring that brain in that skull of you. I will ring that brain in your head.
Every time we've asked you where you're from, you're like, oh, not from the country.
Not from here.
17.
I want to stab you in the back so fucking bad. Oh,
Why won't you tell us where you live?
because if I tell you where paradise is, you won't want to leave. But
I have my own home.
If I
We just need money.
Give me your fucking money.
No.
Give me
What the fuck happened?
Give me your 700k in assets, you fucking half-elf.
I riddled off the list of what I need to do, Closet. That's what happened.
You rattled off your shit list, and he's gonna become half cyborg, all deck.
I'll tell you, because I don't think I've said it to you, I need to find where Isse's original home was and burn down his library that he holds most precious. And then I need to go find the factory that Clank was made at, rip out a wheel out of the most important machine, wave it in his face like, haha, I got your wheel, and then never let him get it.
Odd.
Holy shit.
Anyway.
Okay. What was I saying last?
You were
We're all
talking to
going
me.
die.
Right. Yeah. Okay. So how about? I don't know. How do we incorporate someone turning into animals
Well,
into the plan?
from what I know, in my father's group, back in the day, before I was born, he was friends with a couple druids who were very competent in battle. They could change into different beings, and then whenever they were low on health as that being, they could change into another one. They could substitute their human strength and capabilities for the abilities of the animals and beings that they would turn into.
That would be helpful if we were of the moon, but we are not.
What does that mean? What does being of the moon mean?
Yeah, what does that mean?
Was that in character? Was that in the?
Yes, that was in character. What the fuck does that mean?
This is too much. Bleh. This is very much complicated to
If we end up
explain.
getting into a fight, will you be able to use your powers? That's all we need to know.
Oh, yes, of course.
Okay, that's all we
certainly.
need to know. There we go.
Well, okay. How about this? Can you turn into a mouse?
Did I mention I'm a necromancer?
What?
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 There's definitely. You can definitely see Augustus kind of back up a little towards the table and kind of eye a knife in one of the bags.
Careful.
No, you be careful, bro. With all due
I
respect.
told you we should have stabbed it.
Oh my god.
I agree.
Oh, I wish Oldak was here so he could experience this with us.
So he can help stab it.
Because if I'm frustrated, I can only imagine whatever draconic blood he fucking has flowing through him would be boiling right now. Oh.
Ready for stabbing.
No, we're not going to stab him.
I'm sorry, I have to. Wherever Aldak's at, his nose tingles.
I thought he was in the room with us.
No.
He's in the other room.
Yeah,
Okay.
He's knocked the fuck out.
Is that going to be a problem?
Yes, it's going to be a problem.
Why?
It's necromancy.
It's only necromancy in name.
With all due respect, I knew a necromancer who turned into a lich, so I can't really.
Okay, do
be
I look
bothered.
like an elf to you?
He wasn't
Frilly
an elf.
boy.
He wasn't an elf. Okay, no. Isse, let's stab him. I'm ready. After that comment, fuck's sake. No, he wasn't.
Why
a
was
fucking
that
elf.
what made you want to stab him? Not the multitude of I'm a necromancer.
Because not all necromancers are evil people.
He's a necromancer.
Okay.
It's a gift of the spores.
What does that even mean?
Just gonna like.
He's a witch. Tie him up and throw him in the lake.
Shut up. We are of the spore. We are a druid of the spores.
Stop repeating the same thing when you're asked to explain. That is not explaining.
Augustus, we tried to get him to explain,
It
and he.
means I took a certain path down my career as a druid. It means I am gifted the ability to infuse new life into that which is dead.
So
Okay.
necromancy.
Yeah.
It is necromancy by name. I do not use dark magics.
What? Okay, so what do you do?
Well, I infuse
corpse with the spores of a mushroom, and I can then impart will upon said mushroom to animate.
What?
He can bring something back to life with his mushrooms.
Sounds like necromancy with that.
Yeah, that just sounds. Yeah, fuck you.
Wait,
Yeah, first of all, you're not here. That's what I was gonna say.
wait, so he's a botanist.
Look, you all can freak out about him being a necromancer, but let's be honest. If he wanted to have any ill intent with us, one, it's 1v what? 8? 9? 2, he would have already done it by now. 3, not all necromancers are evil, and I'm gonna look towards Isse.
I can
Cassian?
I can turn into a mouse. I don't see how it's relevant. I can also turn into a cloud of gas.
So Gus
don't
just
see how
throws his
that's-
hands up in the air. It's necromancy!
And
Cassian?
I mean, to be fair, we
We're
have
going
much
to have
more
to have a
illegal than necromancy to
major
deal with.
and long talk about your danger sense.
Yes, 8v1 simply means it's easier to stab him.
fucking try it, bitch boy.
So you can see Augustus is just very slowly already grabbed one of a little light crossbow from his back and
I'm
just
gonna
kind of slowly
stand
reaching up.
straight up with my shillelagh in hand.
I'm not doing anything as he just kind of like hides it behind his back.
I'm
I've
going
got
to
nothing.
I'm gonna step in front
Put
of
it down, little
Dara.
I don't have anything.
I am going
to.
to step in front of Dara with my back to his front. So I'm standing in front of him. We are
It's fine. I've got.
We are not.
By the way,
we are
you should
not.
look. Hold on. There's something really cool behind you. I've put it there. Why don't you just turn around and look at it for just a moment?
Yeah, you want to see
Can I
something
turn
cool?
into an
And I'll pull.
owlbear?
Hold on.
No, you
hold
can't.
on. Hold
Why
on.
not?
Hold
Too
on.
high?
Hold
Yeah, go on.
on. I'm
Go on,
gonna.
go on,
I'm gonna
sorry.
say, hey, you also want to see something cool? And I'll pull out my blade and spin it, and flourish it out. Yeah, that's pretty fucking cool, isn't it? Look, why are we fighting each other when something else wants to fucking kill us? What is wrong with you all? Huh? You all take a fucking trip to the loony bin.
I think Sam's having a real life reaction or reenactment of what's going on.
Right? Pretty much.
Oh, sake. Look, and I'll spin my blade back and put it back on my belt. We do not need to know the details of who this person is or what the fuck is going on. Augustus, you were asking if he can turn into a mouse. He said yes. Why is that relevant?
Well, first he said.
Hawk too.
I was saying mouse because maybe he could sneak into one of the back offices, but then he said he turned into a cloud of gas, and I guess that'd be useful too. Also, as he kind of throws up his hands, and
If you say necromancy one more time, I will knock your fucking lights out. Do not do it.
As he throws up his hands, and you can somehow see he snuck a second crossbow into the other hand. And he screams, "It's necromancy!"
I would just like to say I don't think these walls are very thick.
I know.
Augustus,
You should.
Augustus,
I don't know. Keep it down!
Augustus, how about this? We just drop it, and I'll make sure you get 6 kegs of the finest wine from Fairmount.
I'd like to see you try to stop me from getting it anyways, as he points one of them kind of in your direction.
Not wrong.
Augustus.
I'll deal with it. I'll deal with it for now, okay? But once again, it's necromancy!
I fucking understand that.
Listen, I'm not too thrilled about it either. Let's set some. Oh, now you just lost me on your side. Anyway,
Were you even on my side?
No, I was a neutral third party, and now I'm against you.
Oh
I'm all in
my
favor of
fucking
Skyrim.
god. Oh my god.
I'm just gonna pick up the crate of the godstone and just start walking out. Walking out. I'm
out of-
done. Just taking the crate with me. I'm
Out
done.
of all the places I could have fucking ended up, why here?
Right.
Why here?
As I was saying
led
before,
me
I
here?
was rudely
The urge to
interrupted.
stab necromancers. This is what led you here.
The urge to purge begins to surge!
As I was saying,
This is great. I am so glad that this is great.
Oh shit.
as I was saying before, I was rudely interrupted.
It If I could die again, I would. If I could die
Nani?
again, I would. Fuck's sake.
As I was saying before I was interrupted, let's lay down some ground rules. No necromancy of anything sentence or
Sentence?
sentient. Yeah, that word. No.
No.
All right.
What do you mean, no?
What do you mean? It's not much of a necromancer if I don't raise anything.
Stop being a necromancer!
He just admitted he's a necromancer again. He needs to be stabbed.
This is like the 8th time! As he looks over at Cassian. Crossbow!
You know, I'm half tempted to stab myself and just get it over with. I'm
still.
You know,
Unclear.
I don't usually, like to
I'm still
admit this.
Unclear as to what precisely is the problem.
I'm not usually the one to, be this self-aware, but why am I being the reasonable one here? Why am I being the one trying
Reasonable?
No, you're not being reasonable.
Paladin, why are you leaving when there's a necromancer to stab?
Sam's just leaving the room. What?
Did I also mention I don't actually have a god?
I mean, that's
It's
fine.
not in
I
service.
like this man.
This is irrelevant, you're still a necromancer.
Okay.
It's not
Okay.
in service
Hold
of
on.
evil.
He has my 100% approval.
Hold on.
He is a godless heretic like me. I am with him
Hold
all the
on.
way.
Hold on. I guess I might as well go ahead and pull my final card here, because fuck it. I'm gonna roll up my sleeve all the way up to like where the elbow is. I want you all to touch my forearm and tell me what it feels like.
Why?
Just
No.
do it.
I mean,
Not
that's just
you.
fucking weird.
No, not you, just do it.
This gay, bro.
Can we give Tato inspiration for that? Can we give Tato inspiration for that?
Oh my fucking god.
Gay, bro.
We fucking gay, bro. God. If you're so worried about necromancy, then you all in for a weird surprise.
Why you're cold as an air clocking twat?
Almost as cold as a corpse, yes.
Oh yeah, and in demeanor too. Probably in intelligence. Probably a couple other things too.
I can
when I'm
still
thinking.
stab you, You're still within stabbing range. You get that, right? Anyway.
You're in stabbing range too.
What if I told you all that I am only here? What?
Nothing, go on.
No, you gotta say it
He
now,
rolled
motherfucker.
something. I heard him roll it.
I know you rolled.
Nice.
I'm gone. We left out the window.
Oh, I didn't even notice you put... But there's...
Attack of opportunity.
Oh, you rolled an attack?
Okay, then could I just...
You could leave out the door.
Could I leave out a crack in the wall?
Oh, I mean, you can in fact turn into gas, can't you?
Yes.
Well, I mean, but yeah, just use the feature and then just,
Oh.
Eh.
How do I do that precisely?
if you click on the icon.
Okay.
When
I
it's
did.
anything.
Info, standard roll.
No. Not on the name. That was your sheet.
You could just click info.
No, that too, yeah. You can click on info or whenever you hover over the icon for the ability and you see how there's a little dice symbol.
Uh-huh.
You can just click that.
And Tato, why did I have a feeling that you were just gonna stab anyway?
Unless I was given a reason otherwise, I was.
I know, but I was like, oh, this is not gonna be good.
You know, I
Okay.
tried to, and I failed.
As suddenly you can see as Dara just turns into a cloud of gas and starts flying out of a hole in the ceiling, and as the gas just flies away, you can see as Augustus is kind of right behind him with a knife and a crossbow in one hand. He's kind of just looking at the rest of you.
All right.
Necromancer!
I know. I don't like it either.
Look, if you all want to go chase and try and kill him, go for it. I'm gonna have a fucking drink. You all can have fun doing that. I'm gonna leave and go downstairs and roll my sleeve back up.
Let it be on the record that when Aldak does come back, it's got nothing to do with him.
Let it be on the record.
It is all Cassian's fault.
How? How is this my fault?
The only reason he wasn't counterspelled.
Oh, bullshit.
That's amazing.
No, do it, bitch. Find out what happened.
Are you actually
Fuck around and
counterspelling
find
it?
out.
I want you to live.
Fuck around and find out.
Do it.
Also,
Do it.
Scythe, that makes you feel any better. I'll have your back.
Chris, I want you to know that
This will be your fight only, though. Boy.
How was I supposed to know that he was
So
a
says the
necromancer?
necromancer.
Fuck you.
Well, no, at this point, you're leaving them to run wild in the city to try and hunt him down and kill him. That is on you.
Not my fault they have a murderous intent.
No adults will kill everybody.
Oh my god, no adults.
Mods are asleep, kill necromancers.
So you want more milk from them?
Fuck around and find out, Tato.
God,
Do
are
it.
you?
You know, there was more than one person wanting to kill the necromancer, right?
Yeah, some other fucking NPC whom I don't know.
Also, Corporal.
I mean,
Also, if Aldak were here,
What did
Aldak.
I do?
I'm not gonna say what Aldak would do in case that he survives.
Holy
I mean,
shit.
I mean, I would protect him.
I wouldn't get involved. What did I do also?
Okay. So, what are you guys trying to do right now?
I'm kind of just looking in disbelief at everything that just happened.
I suppose that problem solved itself.
I just want to let you know. I'm gonna reveal this. Gusta got a nat 20 on that stealth check to sneak up behind him.
Oh no!
Oh my god.
A Mayomu Chanel.
Bloody hell. So wait, what's about to
who's
happen?
left in the
Okay.
room?
I have a question.
What's up?
Could I fly into somebody's lungs and then let the spell run out and burst them?
No, that's like saying that you can fucking control water someone's like entire
What, the
body and
fucking
bloodbend.
Ant-Man Thanos this shit?
I'm gonna say, just because if you do that, since your body
I don't
won't
care
be
if it kills
strong-
me too.
It's gonna only kill you, as you'll die before your body has enough strength to, you know, maintain the transformation.
Oh, that's unfortunate.
I just want to let you know that you expended a third level spell slot for that.
Yes, I did. Oh, is it gonna get stabbed in the back?
I mean, maybe.
Yeah, no, fuck you.
Holy shit. Okay. What would you guys like to
Cassian's asking fucking
something that we can finish it out, because we are heading around 4 hours.
Cassian's at the bar and he's gonna have a couple drinks before he has to go talk with fucking Mr. Pharaoh.
Sam,
I've given up.
What are you rolling intimidation for?
I didn't hear what you said, Closet.
What are you rolling that for?
To tell everyone to quit it and to stop.
Well, okay.
Roll against me, motherfuckers.
It's basically stopped already, simply because they can't really do anything, as the necromancer has just disappeared. So Augustus is looking at it like, well, I mean, I can't find him. He turned into gas.
Even still, we don't need to be killing each other.
I mean, it's a necromancer. That could be necromantic gas.
Each other? He's not one of us. He's a
And I'm
necromancer.
Regardless, I'm a half-breed thing that I don't even know.
Okay, are you a necromancer?
I could be.
Are
You're
you?
Well,
not.
that
I
was
don't
a
know.
Raise
roll.
the dead.
Do you go into cemeteries and raise decent people out of the grave to be used for other purposes?
I would like to be able to.
We don't do that either.
As he just fires a crossbow bolt into the roof. I hear you, motherfucker!
I would like to be able to resurrect people, yes.
Okay, resurrecting and pulling the dead out of the ground so they can do things for you are two different things.
The dead I find are seldom buried.
So he just picks up the second crossbow and fires it back into the ceiling again. I swear to God, I will find you.
I'd raise the dead to.
Okay, now you're just stretching to support the argument that he's okay.
When he's not. Yes, he's a necromancer.
And what's any worse than us having a box that can level this entire city?
Okay, us having a bomb that we did not intentionally have, and him deliberately raising the dead are two completely different things.
Exactly.
You're not helping
me. On purpose. He continues to do it on purpose. The dead should remain dead.
Exactly. Thank you.
A lifespan is sacred.
And look, I'll agree to work with him for the duration of this event, assuming he could do that same, turn into gas again.
After I shot 2 crossbows in the ceiling at him, I'll work with him, but...
Okay, we'll do the thing with Mr. Pharaoh, and then we'll discuss whether or not it's okay.
Agreed.
To deal with a necromancer. He throws a crossbow at the ceiling because he doesn't have a bolt loaded anymore.
We stop vandalizing the room that I'm renting?
No! As the crossbow comes off of the ceiling and bonks Augustus.
No, because you support a necromancer.
I support not killing someone just because they're different.
It's a necromancer!
You also lied to me.
What?
I asked how necromancy would be received, and you said it's not really a big deal.
Man. I said it's a very big deal!
No, you didn't!
Yes, I did! I told all of them! Everybody knew it's a very big deal! It's the undead that aren't necessarily a problem, but deliberately raising the dead is a problem.
Well, I don't think that he's being particularly fair.
She's about to throw another crossbow at the ceiling. You know what? No. We're gonna calm.
Augustus, give me the crossbow.
I can hold my own crossbow. Thank you very much. We're just gonna calm down.
Are you gonna stop shooting it into my ceiling?
Yeah, I'm not gonna start shooting it into the ceiling as he's just kind of loading another bolt in there. I'm not shooting it into the ceiling. I am not shooting. I am loading it for when I need it. I am not shooting the crossbow.
I swear to God, you shoot that bolt. You shoot that bolt again. You're paying for the room.
Calm.
Do it.
We are calm. We are collected.
You shut up over there, Faye.
Necromancers are not going to make us angry, okay? As he looks over to Isse, see? Calm.
I'd like to add that we got a job to clear out a crypt for 800 gold.
Okay, we can go do that. Let's not bring the necromancer, but let's go do that.
Why not?
Yes.
As he just pulls a knife off of the table and throws it into the ceiling.
God damn it, Augustus!
You said bolts!
And they're my favorite now.
I like to think that every time Augustus puts something in the roof, it gets more aggressive each time. Like the first time, it was just a stray shot. The second time, it was like he purposefully aimed with the fucking knife. He just fucking grabs it, and goes, "Hey!" Ceiling.
Pretty much, yeah.
Okay, I'll make it so you can listen to the chaos.
You can listen to the chaos at twitch.tv/6_CB.
Okay.
That's where you can listen to the chaos.
All right, we're all calm, correct? We're all calm.
Hang on 1 second.
Cassian is depressed.
Yes.
Let's collect things. Let's go get a drink, and then we can continue with our day. Yep. Maybe we can go beat someone else.
Necessary.
We
You
brew
still
a very
consume
exquisite
plenty
mead.
for all of us.
As he gets a little closer to Isse and puts a finger almost in his face, you're gonna drink, I swear to God.
We produce a very exquisite mead.
Really?
Yes.
I'm dying.
That's what gets your attention. That's what.
Look,
It is often.
if you guys are willing to negotiate with actual evil here, maybe I can too. If the
We serve no evil but the forest.
I did not say you're allowed to speak. Just the.
You want my mead?
That could be taken a
Like
variety
I
of
said,
different ways.
or I was trying to say before I look up at this, whatever that is, maybe we can come to a compromise. No sentence beings being,
Okay, just as you
Sentient, please.
intelligent.
Corporal.
Just use the word intelligent. That's okay.
intelligent.
Good.
No humanoids. no-
Learning common.
I'm smart. Fuck you. Anyway,
Right, said. Never mind.
I'm gonna throw a fucking dart up there.
Don't
Oh,
you
yeah.
start too, Mizuno.
Hey, yeah, you probably. Hold on, no, you might be able to get through the ceiling. Go ahead. He's looking for your pack to hand you some darts.
I have them on my shield.
You're talking yourself
Fucking
out.
hate you all.
You're talking yourself out of mead.
A dart penetrates through the ceiling, and you can, as I'm assuming you're sitting on the roof, right? So,
Yeah.
are you still? Yeah. So as you can see, like the metal tip of a dart poke through the ceiling out of the roof.
Oh shit! How am I gonna get that down?
Is
I'm
it-
just
is
gonna
it
bang
too
on
late
it with my
and all
shield
that
till it
kind of
falls
start to
through.
wake up?
Thank you.
There's a small problem.
Closet.
Okay. Chris first, then Scythe. Yeah.
Is it
Yeah.
too late, or can Aldex start to wake up with all
Yeah,
the
you totally can.
fucking noise? Okay, cool.
It's definitely the banging of the shield. Scythe, what were you saying?
Leather armor. What's its? Excuse me. What is its? Because it says 11, but I have a dexterity of 2.
It's 11 plus your dexterity mod.
Yeah, you see, it's only adding 1.
It's adding your shield as well. So it's 11 plus 2 plus 2.
No, so it's.
Well, you unequipped your shield. That's why.
Yeah, I know, but what is? But then if I take the leather armor off, it only goes down by 1.
Hold on a second.
That's because. Oh wow,
You get
leather
your
armor
fixed
is
mod
fucking worthless. I might as well just
Yep,
not
you
wear
know.
it.
Well,
No, it's
I mean,
15.
No, because if I don't wear it,
It's 14.
it's 14. If I wear it, it's 15. That's literally not worth it.
I
I
mean,
mean,
there's no
One
encumbrance.
point is 1 point.
Yeah, there's no encumbrance out of it. So I mean, you don't like suffer from wearing it.
yeah.
I'm gonna
You
have
also
to
do
find
have-
some different armor.
I mean, yeah. I mean, you have proficiency with like
I have proficiency with medium armor, light armor, and shields, but I
Yeah.
can't wear metal.
Yeah.
But
I mean, you just
can
can't wear heavy.
You can wear scale mail.
No, I'm a druid. I don't think I can. Well, no, actually, I can use a scimitar.
Yeah. I mean, metal to a point is still natural since it comes out of the, natural world.
No, but he seriously can't do metal. It's like straight up out of the book.
Oh yeah, druids will not wear armor or use shields made of metal. Yeah, you are correct.
It's like,
Yeah. Which is still kind of odd. I mean, not really
no,
odd.
because
but,
it's a
like,
man-made thing, and it's often
I-
used to defile the
that's fair.
forest.
That's fair. Okay, yeah.
So
Yeah,
upon
okay.
hearing all of the commotion, for lack of a better term, Aldac's gonna kind of walk.
There's
in the
fucking
room.
World War III in the room
You
next
said
to
I'm.
you.
You said I'm. You said I'm like right next door, right?
Yeah, you are.
Yeah, and then I'm gonna kind of wake up and kind of maybe walk over and open the door and walk in and go like, "What? What's
Eldak, the
going
old
on in
cock.
As Gustus points to the ceiling with a crossbow. There's a necromancer in the ceiling!
Did you just shoot another bolt into my ceiling?
No! As you can hear the bolt fly out of the crossbow. Now I did!
Hold on. Slow down.
Hold on.
Whoa.
Back it up.
What's this about a bolt? Okay, hold on. What is...
You can all use a whole person on him.
What is this
Who do you think?
again? What is this again with the bolt in the ceiling?
Do you
Many
not see
bolts
the
in
other
the
bolts
ceiling.
in the ceiling?
How many?
This makes 3.
Where the fuck did that come from?
A crossbow.
No, that voice. Where'd that voice from?
You can...
The ceiling. That's the necromancer.
As Augustus just suddenly can't really
Okay,
move.
so I
Oh, you
heard that-
slippery bitch!
I told you something was gonna happen if you did it again.
This just seems like a waste.
I don't give a fuck at this point.
Okay, so I heard that right about Necromancer, right?
Necromancer!
We are only a necromancer in name. We do not practice using dark magics.
Okay,
But you
I
raised
don't know where that
corpses.
voice is coming from right now. How about you become something I can see?
We are on the outside of the ceiling.
Yes, he's on the roof.
How about you become something I can see?
We are. You could see me.
If you were on
I
the roof.
can't see you. So come inside and we can talk.
Is that one
Yeah,
going
come
to
inside, necromancer.
Is that one going to continue
You
to try
can't
and
move,
stab
motherfucker.
me?
You can just stay
I
right there.
think he's rather immobilized right now. So
If it will please him, we can also give him a copious amount of mead.
I'll think about it.
Gonna hear like a thud as he jumps
Yeah,
off the
really.
roof and
Do I see him come through the front door after that?
Where are you coming through?
One very
Scythe.
moldy boy.
the front door.
I guess, yeah, you would see him just walk through the front door.
Did you jump from the fucking ceiling?
I jumped from the roof. Yes.
Oh my...
So Augustus is still trying to
How was
wiggle
I
out of the
supposed to
spell.
get down?
No, you're just come on, man. I've already had 2 drinks.
Definitely
Fuck
is not
it.
wise, is he?
No, he is not. He really is not.
I guess Cassian will go with
Bonk
fucking...
him on his head if he fucking keeps it up.
Cassian will go up with with Dara upstairs.
okay.
As Augustus manages to break out of the spell at the perfect time, as Cassian opens the door and as Dara's there, and you hear him go "Aha!" as he just throws the crossbow at the door.
Augustus,
As,
stop,
as
please.
hold on. As the door is opening, give me 1 second.
Does that hit me?
1 second. No. As he throws the crossbow, you manage to see it just in time. I move right out of the way as it flies right past your head and hits the wall. behind you, Dara.
I am going to give him
Stop,
like
stop,
I'm gonna give him a death glare and throw my crossbow at him.
Stop! Quit throwing shit!
Just a d20 plus your strength.
That would be it.
Yeah, just
You
Aldec's
fucker!
What?
Aldec's gonna try and get in between everyone and go, stop throwing shit! Just stop! Stop!
Okay. All right. Fine. We'll start over, and you'll hear my argument first, and then we can decide where to go from here. Okay? Okay.
Okay, stop! Stop!
All right, I get it. I'll stop. Just hear me out, okay? All right. He's a necromancer.
2 hours later.
So we have a crate of known explosives,
Mm-hmm.
and we were told, don't let anyone get near them. Don't let anyone find out.
Yeah, but
So-
whenever this individual was
No,
screaming that he has
hold on.
Godstone,
Knowing you as a person, Cassian, when you saw this person creeping around, why didn't you pull them into an alleyway and stab them like you're so prone to doing with all the royals?
One, I don't just stab
You
everyone I
want to
see
do
on the
that
fucking...
to literally everybody else that we have
Can
met?
I please?
5 hours later.
One, I'm not trying to stab every fucking person that I see. Two, I did threaten him, and he backed off. Three, he was going to keep following us no matter what, and one of you would have killed him either way. I'd rather not kill someone that doesn't need a killing. Do you fucking understand that? Yes? Okay.
You wanted to you wanted to kill a member of the royal family, royal family.
What you want carrying the skull of an assassin lord?
What?
You vehemently wanted to behead Vadim Sass, and then you carry around his
because
fucking
he
skull?
because he wanted to hire us to kill the royal family. You wanted to hear him out.
No, I didn't. I wanted to keep him talking until we figured out what the fuck was going on.
Yeah, you wanted to hear him out.
I wanted to get information before we jumped into a fucking ambush.
What do you mean?
Approximately 10 hours later.
Okay, what else have we got?
Not much.
Yeah, I was gonna say, what's the current plan? What are we doing?
Our current plan is to head to Fairmount to help out Sam get his business done. Then, once we deal with the Black Fort, well, first the crypt down here on the map. We're supposed to head to the Black Fort, deal with that. Sam has business in Fairmount. We're supposed to be meeting up with some Royal Knights on a village on the outskirts of Fairmount. Then we are going back, picking up whatever payment from Gran Hurin. Then we're going to be finding a way over to Nograd.
Okay.
That's the plan.
Several things. Right. First, you said a crypt.
Yes.
Fungus Boy better not be doing anything funny.
I don't think he'll be coming with us on that. I just have a weird feeling he won't.
We do not disturb those properly laid to rest.
There you go. Even if he did come with, he's not gonna go fucking grave robbing. Next question.
Check.
Roll an insight check.
Fucking roll an insight check. Do it.
Yay!
I thought you were gonna get another 20.
Second thing, I don't want to go to the Black Fort. I think we
know you don't want to go to the fucking Black Fort.
And then third thing was I heard something about before I fully woke up, I heard something about like a meeting tonight or something.
I was originally going to meet with Mr. Farrow to discuss our current situation to try and get us out from underneath the Consulis' service, but now apparently it seems like we all need to go and confront Mr. Farrow about his knowledge of Godstone and his whole dealing with the Honorata, I believe is what you called them, Augustus. Because now it's linked that the crate of Godstone that we found in the Carter camp was from a Lascars trading crate. And Augustus keenly pointed out that apparently some dwarves had smuggled it in, Lascars bought it, and it seems like that convoy got raided.
And they were going to sell it to the Honorata. There's not much else to it than
and that. Would also
that's the idea, yeah.
And that would also explain why he didn't want us looking into the Venatori between Gran Hurin and Gran Austin, because he didn't want us to find any more Godstone. So,
I still feel like he's gonna stab us.
Okay, that makes sense. I mean, that's almost common occurrence for a house like that, though. That's not really anything new.
I mean, the Godstone?
Yeah.
That's really new. No one does that. It's like, Gus, this is
It sounds like they're really desperate.
You hear rumors about it all over town, like all the time about, oh, this house bought some or that house bought some.
I mean, they sell anything. Well, the Scars is, well, I mean, not desperate.
But wait, hold on. You're telling me that these houses openly sell contraband?
None of it's actually true, except the...
Yeah, none of it's true. 9 times out of 10, well, 9.75 times out of 10, it's just people spreading rumors to
gossip.
To spread rumors.
Well, apparently we hit the 0.25%.
Yeah, it's what are you gonna do? But okay, so how about this? We all just go calm down. Go do something that doesn't involve stabbing necromancers, maybe, possibly.
No stabbing necromancers or I stab you. You understand?
We'll think about it, but then we'll just Just wait until we have something better to do. Yeah.
We not going to the crypt?
No, we're not going yet.
No, we got. Why are you so
Why are
keen
you
to go
so
there?
interested in it? Yeah.
I require coin. I am quite poor.
Okay, Fungus Man, that's fair.
Yeah, but Kelly, he's covered in mold. Of course,
Okay.
it's poor.
If anyone has anything they want to do as a nice little group, say it now.
I want you out of my room.
You have no say in things.
This is my room!
I like how the king of a foreign country has effectively fallen to begging people to leave his room.
Unfortunately, Sam, comrade, it's no longer your room, it's our room.
I suggest we stab the health elf and
Health elf?
The health
Fuck
elf?
you! Fuck
Health
you!
elf.
I can see if they don't have education down by where you live.
Barnacooley.
Barnacooley.
Sentence beings.
Oh, God.
Sentence beings.
Oh, man.
Holy shit. Okay.
Is there anything fun to do in this town?
Made in Grammar's image.
Is there something to unwind? Any place that you all know of since you're fucking local here?
We are in a pub.
I just want to ask. I want to ask them.
Cassian?
I want to ask them more questions because all I know is this fungus person, and that's it.
I'm willing to answer questions before I go. Is there a brothel here? Fuck's sake. Something? Anything?
Oh, I'm sure there is. I'm definitely not more of an enlightened individual to have never gone there.
It kind of sounds like you know, Augustus. Do you?
I mean, more of just there always is one. You know.
World's oldest.
Fair enough.
You'd be taking him at his word there. You know what? Hold on. Give me one second.
Natural one, please.
Have you all met Haru?
Who the fuck is Haru?
Little,
Barely!
If you check general,
Good God.
that little thing hops out on my shoulder.
Oh, what the fuck is that?
He's my familiar.
Baby Wendigo.
I don't like it.
Is that familiar? Maybe
Don't ask if it's undead.
put together?
No, actually, it's not.
Oh.
It's a wild. Okay, out of character question, very quickly. Faye.
This is very slow, not very quick.
Faye.
Yeah.
Yes, no. Am I gonna have to fight him again?
No.
Okay, that was not much of a question. Besides the, are you gonna fight?
What is the wider opinion on a tiny little Fae creature, which is basically what this thing is?
I
mean,
also have a companion. You're fine.
Yeah, you're fine.
I have a familiar. Everyone's
So
fine
Fae,
with familiars. Yeah.
Well, I mean, it's not a
Most of the
familiar,
time,
though.
I mean,
I'm calling it a familiar, but it's not.
God damn it. Okay.
It's a symbiotic organism.
Damn it, this is part of your ability. Okay, yeah. I mean...
So I'm pretty sure it's some kind of Fae creature.
No, I mean, symbiotic wouldn't be necessarily Fae.
It's a parasite.
That
You don't know that.
That's literally not the definition of
You-
symbiotic.
Yeah, it's a parasite.
No.
No,
Symbiotic is an organism.
Okay, all right. No. I'm gonna say no right now. Stop. Get some help. All
That's
right.
some education.
No, you shut up too.
What did I do?
All right. With that being said, the session's been going for 4.5 hours.
Okay.
I'm
God.
gonna go ahead and call it.
Well, I'm gonna say at least Haru is my little Fae.
Okay.
Well, I love how
You
one
people.
interaction took 2 hours.
That is their
Necromancer.
fault. That is their fault, not
And
mine.
I want
I'm
everyone who
flashbanging
is
you all.
watching to know we are also friends. We don't hate each other.
Necromancer.
Like me yelling at Chris, I don't hate him.
Crossbow.
Closet. I'm
What's up?
flashbanging Augustus.
What's
Oh
up?
God.
Hi, Closet.
Hi. Why? Well, hold on. Wait.
Can I go? I was gonna say, can I go to intercepts? When I see it moving.
I want people to understand.
It unfortunately does not create like a flashbang effect, but you do cover them with light.
I want everyone here to understand that this was a very chaotic session without our entire party here. Clank wasn't even involved.
Okay, fine. I want Augustus to glow pink.
He's just gonna stare at you while you're doing it. Like, what the hell are you doing?
Box. What does he know?
What's up?
So Clank's from a box. What does he know?
Yeah, but Clank is also the most chaotic member of our party. And the most unpredictable. Yeah, just think about that.
I still like the idea of every time Augustus hits the roof with something, he just gets
more aggressive. Yeah.
Fucking God.
Yeah, I want everyone to understand that we were just very deep into our characters. We have no hate for each other.
Fuck that. Fuck you, Corporal. Look what you did. Piece of shit.
God.
I was just standing there playing with my knife while you fuckers were just like...
I will say that Augustus is probably one of my favorite characters now. Just in that whole interaction.
Yes.
I'm gonna give him a fucking water skin full of mead if he'll shut the fuck up.
Crossbow.
God, that was.
I was gonna say, Aldak's kind of on the verge of I'm for Stabby.
I had so much fun with just that whole argument. Now it's on the losing side. I had so much fun with it.
I love the fact when Chris is just trying to like get out of him. Like, so you maybe raise murderers, horrible people. I raise the dead.
I raise the dead.
So you're just a necromancer.
Yeah, I was like, oh god.
Love how when I tried to defuse it, and he was like, "What the hell does elf do? You care what an elf
Dude,
says?"
I spent so much time trying to defuse it, bro.
That's why Aldak started asking, well, how do the mushrooms like control it? Isn't that like? How does that work, bro?
Sorry, bro.
This is a thing for Aldak.
Would it be worse if I said it was a meat puppet?
Yeah, you started saying
it would be
puppet.
20 times worse. I can guarantee.
Scythe, I put my life on the line for you, man. I want you to know that.
Hey, first, two questions. First one, why? Second one, it wasn't really on the line because you're an undead, and they buy whatever weird ass backwards ass fucking.
Well, technically, I'm not undead.
Ass inside their rectum.
I'm technically not undead.
Or head inside their rectum. That makes.
Wait, closet.
Can't you people understand progress? This is science.
Closet. What would you say that I am undead or technically not?
I wouldn't necessarily call you undead.
What are you?
Technically speaking, he's
once dead.
I'm technically a phantom.
He's
a
mostly
soul that's
dead.
been shunted into another body. I know that sounds undead, but his case is a little unique, and I don't really want to spoil anything.
Yeah.
Mostly dead.
All I know is that I died, and now I'm alive again, and I don't know why.
Doesn't even matter how hard you try.
So that got
Shut the fuck up, Corporal.
that got outed in this episode. There was a lot of bombshells that got dropped this episode, even though there was a lot of arguing and yelling at each other.
Crossbow.
I love how Augustus tries to throw a crossbow at Dara, and I'm like, "You fucker, come here!" And I throw mine.
I was really